This is not my fantasy. I'm Hannah. That's Cullen. This is our guest, Natalie. Let's go.
Let's go. Natalie, thank you for joining us for Irish Folklore Month.
I'm kidding. We could do our normal thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's good intro. I think that's what this episode
That's the
needs.
energy today.
Yeah, I want to thank you for joining us for this
And apologize.
and apologize for the cinematic classic of Irish heritage.
You know,
Yeah.
I
No,
just I felt like this was offensive to Ireland in so many ways, but I can't pick
Uh,
out why.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
yeah. Well, thanks for having me. This was a great movie. It's on my top 10.
Yeah, I'm here from the Cliffs of Moher,
I
Yeah.
you
can't
know.
believe you're there. It must be windy.
Yeah, that's why, it's so grayscale. It's windy, it's wet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm sitting in the
yeah.
sun. I am
You're on the
wishing
wishing chair.
I am sitting on the wishing chair on the wishing bench because I too have a wish. I mentioned this to Natalie. I too
Yeah.
have a wish. And my wish is that this movie no longer exists. I wish I could transport myself to a universe which this movie was better because I think that's why I was so mad. And
Mm.
you know what? Let's talk about Falling for Christmas for really quick. I don't remember that movie being this bad story wise. That movie was super watchable.
Yeah. Um, what I'll say is that I feel like the genre of holiday rom-com has reached a point, and like these kind of like straight to Netflix rom-coms. Like, did you ever see with Miranda Cosgrove The Wrong Paris?
No, I did not.
The Wrong Paris?
She's
Did
is
she
trying to get to
accidentally go to
Paris
Paris,
for
Texas?
yes. She goes on a
Okay,
dating
that was a
show.
joke, but
She
wow.
tries to go on a dating show. It's actually kind of like that script I workshopped in grad school. She tries to go on a dating show and she ends up to get to Paris. She just wants to get to Paris and she ends up
Yep,
in Paris, Texas, because it was like
love that.
the stick of the dating show.
Love it.
And like a lot of it reminded me of Miss Congeniality. And I was like, in another world, like if this movie was made in the 2000s, this would have been like a big budget rom-com. And so I
It
think
would
with
have been 13 going on 30.
yeah,
This
like
movie,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a world where this movie was like just in that level.
as is, like story as is, or it would have been given the resources and time it
Yes.
needed to be developed. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's actually where I was going so insane is I'm like, this concept should work, but it
Yes.
doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm
Mhm.
so mad about it because also Lindsay Lohan,
I mean,
she's
She's our queen.
she's our
effervescent.
queen. Still so good. It works
Yeah,
that's kind of my thing, is it
no,
works
it doesn't.
for what it is, but it could be better. Hannah's like, no.
No, it doesn't.
The
I have
notes.
so many notes.
You know,
Did you save that recording that I sent you?
yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
because you'll have to send it back to me so that I could put it in the pod.
Post
I'll
it.
insert somewhere in today's
Yeah.
episode. So keep listening.
Ever since this movie came out, I've been waiting for this day. Also, I have in a beautiful chalice. Oh, yeah.
I was like, where is
I
it?
have a Shamrock Shake mixed with
Yes.
whiskey.
Yes.
Whoa. And
That's
you mix the
amazing.
whiskey at home,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. They're not going to do that at
No.
McDonald's.
Nah.
McDonald's, it's, not to get all, was it supersize me, whatever, is I'm like, oh, can I have a Shamrock Shake? They're like, medium or large. And I'm like, do you have smalls?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah, put it in like one of the kids' cups. You just like
yeah.
it comes from a machine anyway. Just stick it in there.
And
Yeah.
The Irish don't like shamrock shakes.
Because
They think
It's
It's
Wow,
American.
I'm so surprised.
I
Speaking of
know. I
Shamrock
know.
Shakes, I have Shamrock Shake the cookie,
the Cookie
aka
Thin
Thin
Mints.
Mints. I've
Mm,
So
eaten
good.
half a sleeve already, and I picked those up from my cousins an hour ago.
wow.
So that's how I'm doing today.
That's
I
how you
have,
need to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have an
I
upside
only have one
down
box.
shamrock tattoo on my face. I got my old Irish St. Patrick's Day running shirt from Michigan.
And you
Uh,
just finished getting that tattoo done professionally in your
yes,
living room, like
yes,
in your kitchen with the
yeah.
table. We
It's
finished
permanent.
it.
It's permanent.
Yeah,
It's
it's
perma.
there.
Yeah, it's there. And yeah, I thought a Shamrock Shake drink would be like the perfect drink to sum
Yes.
up this
This
movie's.
movie is a Shamrock Shake.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Yes.
Like
really is.
in the vibes, I wrote down like how your mom would think of Ireland.
Yes.
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 And that's who it's for. My parents watched this movie. I was talking to my dad on the phone. I said, "This is the movie we're doing on the podcast."
And he
He
said,
was
"Oh,
like,
coo, I love that
he
movie."
said, yes, yep. Said, "Oh, cool. Yeah." Now, Natalie, you're part Irish, right?
I'm not.
You're not?
No, I
See,
just have red hair.
I was like, is she just
Amazing.
redheaded and I know her from church, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming she's potentially part Irish.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like 50-50 chance,
I did live in Ireland for a little bit. So like, maybe.
That's real. I think that
Yeah.
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm actually a dual citizen of Luxembourg. So I'm like very
Oh,
Luxembourgish. I
Yeah.
nice.
just happen to have red hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Luxembourgish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luxembourg.
At least
Yeah.
that's what my family says. I don't know if that's what the Luxembourg people say,
What
but
did you have you been? What did they say?
no, I'm going this summer.
You're going this
Yeah.
summer. All
Nice.
right, nice.
Yeah.
Well, post pictures. Let us know how it is.
I will. I will.
Yeah. Take advantage of that dual citizenship as
Yeah, really.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually moving to Europe at the end of the year. So
So you're scouting
yes.
homes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
valid, valid.
Yeah.
You get it. You get it. Yes.
Yeah.
And I wish I had a dual citizenship.
You can probably get it somewhere. I mean, look into your genealogy. There's some countries that have really lenient or loose loopholes, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Ireland used to be one of those, but enough people used it. They were like, wait, wait, wait.
wait a
Yes.
second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, people are coming here and thinking everything is like Irish Wish, and it's not.
No, but
They're like, where's
actually,
Lindsay Lohan?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Irish
Absolutely.
wish.
Irish wish.
I wish I could Irish wish
This goodbye.
this. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, it's yeah. I mean, I wish I could Irish wish the world to be better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Saint Bridget,
But you don't want to be wishing to her because she has a quote sense of
she's
humor.
got a sense of humor.
She's tricky.
Fun fact, I mean, we'll get into more about St. Bridget, but my ex-girlfriend, when she converted to Catholicism, chose St. Bridget as her confirmation saint because I was always plugging her. I was like, she's an icon, she's a legend, she's the moment. And my dad paints like Greek Orthodox, like Byzantine style icons, and he painted a St. Bridget one for her. So I'll post that
Yeah.
to the social meds. A 2024 American fantasy film directed by Janine Damian and written by Kristen Hansen. It initially was going to be called European Wedding and set in Italy. And then eventually they were like, wait, we're gonna switch to Ireland. Produced by Lindsay Lohan. This was part of a deal, with Falling for Christmas, and then I believe there was that one that came out with Kristen Chenoweth a couple years
The
ago.
holiday.
Not The Holiday. That's Kristen Chenoweth and Emma Roberts. It's Kristen Chenoweth, Lindsay Lohan, and the boy. I think the main guy is Ezra from Pretty Little Liars.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Our little secret.
Yes, because they were high school sweethearts and then they break up, they're dating other people, and they're at the same Christmas because the people they're dating are siblings.
Of course.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, she gets high and does a reading at mass. It's great.
Kristen Chenoweth or Lindsay?
Lindsay Lohan,
I
yeah.
love that.
She's my girl.
Yeah. Damien and Damien's husband, Michael Damien's, were producers alongside Brad Kervoy and Lindsay Lohan. It also stars Ed Spielers,
Aragon.
uh, Aragon. Aragon's back. Not my fancy alum. As well as Alexander Vlahos, Aisha Curry, Elizabeth Tan, and Jane Seymour. Hardly, I don't think like none of these people are Irish. Uh, Jane
No.
Seymour's British.
And
The guy
they
who
made her
plays Paul,
American for some reason. Why? I have so many questions about the accents.
the guy who plays Paul Kennedy is Welsh. Ed Spielers is British, which they do acknowledge in text. Um,
Wait.
she says, "I met this English guy on the bus,"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
we can't
wait,
even.
I thought you meant that the character that is the Irish guy, his character is also Welsh.
No, no. They
Okay,
just
I was
acknowledge
like,
that Ed
when did
Spielers.
they? Okay, yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
acknowledge that Aragon is British. I, that's colonialism propaganda. We can't even have a movie with called Irish Wish
I
where there's not an
literally
Irish love interest.
I literally wrote it. I literally wrote, leave it to an Irish movie to have the romantic lead be an English guy.
Yeah. Okay, Ed Sheeran, Galway girl. Yeah.
I mean, he's hot. It works,
Yeah,
but
he's where it's great. This came out March 15th. And I did watch this at work, like in the commissary at Netflix. Sometimes we would play a movie during a Friday lunch just to like it's a quieter day, keep the vibes up. And so we did put this movie on during lunch. And I did feel shame, but not enough to make me stop watching.
You
As I
felt shame about.
making everyone at work
Oh,
witness
I
this.
think that like it
Yeah.
made you feel bad about being Irish. I was like, damn.
are you Irish,
Uh,
Cullen?
Yeah, I mean Irish American.
yeah.
Okay.
I should clarify, like, I mean, I think it's my great, great, great grandparents who
Hmm.
on my father's side who are from County Clare, and then there's some Irish on my mother's side as well, but that's by way of Canada.
Okay.
Um, so
Canadian.
that might be my citizenship
There you go.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Irish wish.
Circle back.
And we circle it back. My people have endured crazy shit before. But part of the reason I always wanted to cover this movie on the podcast,
Other
Hannah,
than torturing me.
yes, other than torturing you, this is the price of cinema, as I said.
Yeah, actually, I would let's quickly say I sent him this devastating message, which I'll insert here. When I am pausing this movie and taking notes at a rate that I have never done in a movie before, I'm losing my mind. I don't understand the rules of this drinking game they're doing. And I just have so many issues with this movie. I think it's killing me. And then I get back, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm so excited. And then I said, that is the most evil thing anyone has ever said to me. Knowing the pain I'm going through, how dare you? But then I was like, actually, I'm so excited to talk about this
Yeah.
movie.
And then I replied with, "This is the price of cinema."
Cinema.
Yeah.
It is.
So I did dare. But because this movie features Saint Bridget in a semi-prominent role,
Yeah.
to the point where it is the only film entry in the pop culture section of Saint Bridget's Wikipedia page.
Wow. Really?
That's crazy.
So for an iconic
Huh.
figure, this was our one in.
Well,
That
sometimes you can't always get what you want when you wish for it. So
remember,
Yeah,
she's tricky. She's
she's
tricky.
apparently,
tricky.
this is what we needed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They looked at St. Bridget's like history and they're like, this is the only way to honor her.
Yeah.
This kind of movie.
Yeah.
Uh, and this is also funny because as we're talking, I remembered a book on my shelf that would have been helpful instead of some of the online scouring I was doing for research. I was like, oh, because she's a
We'll
figure.
wait. Go ahead, read it.
Yeah, just go. Let me grab the Story of the Irish Race off the shelves. Yeah, this is a figure shrouded in mystery, legend, uh, mischief, I guess. Bridget has lived many lives. So Bridget was actually a goddess, one of the Tuatha De Danann. She was a big deal goddess. She was the daughter of Dagda, chief of the gods, and a goddess of healers, poets, smiths, childbirth, inspiration. associated with fire, butter, beer, cows. So she had quite a lot of jobs. She was wife of the half Formonian, which is like the enemy of the gods, king Brez. So Brez was like on the god side, but he was half monster. And she had a son, and when he died in battle, she invented keening, which is like the funeral cries, traditional Irish funerals. So she's even in her lowest point, she's setting the stage.
Icon.
She's an icon. Uh, she was honored with a sacred fire that was kept burning by like 19 priestesses. She watched over dreams, prophecy, magic. She brought prosperity. She was just a very beloved figure, sometimes conceived as a triple goddess, like we talked about with Maka, like a goddess of healing, one of smiths, one of poetry. And she's a great example of the difference between religiously and mythologically important, because there aren't a ton of like Bridget-centric stories, but she was very religiously huge. And like the inverse example I give is like the character of Loki in Norse mythology plays a big role in narratively, but was not like a huge religious figure. And I think sometimes you get a character like Zeus who's both. And so I think people have this assumption that they take that, oh, if they're in a lot of stories, they're very religiously important. That's not always the case. Um, so doesn't have a lot of stories, but she's a big deal. Um, Now, Bridget of Kildare, the woman who would be known as Saint Bridget, was allegedly born around 451, 452 AD slash CE. Uh, Most likely the daughter of a chief and his bondswoman or servant. She was born in the doorway. So she was born in a liminal space. So she was all
Oh.
about liminal, like you know, uh, her mother was a servant woman, so she was delivering milk, and she gave birth to her in the doorway. She had to put down the milk and give birth.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and the Druids foretold her greatness. And she was raised like she was sold to a Druid who was her master, who would later free her and her mother. They had like a close relationship, like one of mutual respect. But he was a druid, so according to the mythos, he was unclean. So she would vomit his food because she was so pure and of God, even though she wasn't Christian yet. And so like a magical cow would come to feed her at night. Just a cow, but it would just come and be like, drink some milk.
Huh.
Uh, yeah.
Okay.
But this is interesting because some research posits that this is where it gets really hard to distinguish like historical record, fact, fiction. That some posit that Bridget was a druidess and she converted to Christianity as a druidess. Um, so maybe she wasn't vomiting every time she touched druid food, Uh, or maybe she just was like an IBS girly.
Sounds
What
so.
is? Yeah. One of us. Yeah. Uh, there's stories of her like refusing men who are wooing her, you know, plucking her eye.
Same.
Yeah. Plucking her eye out because they're like, wow, it's such a waste. You're gonna be a nun. You have pretty eyes. And she's like, well, here.
Take
Uh,
it.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is most likely grafted from other saint stories. Those are like common saint motifs. There are there's so many little, she loves the little anecdote. She's this patron of anecdotes. She's always doing little things. She also gave away a lot of her dad's money to the poor because she was really pretty. So her dad at one point was trying to like take her back and marry her off. And he'd like go in to talk to the person and then he'd come out and she'd have given away like his sword and his chariot to the needy. Um, but so eventually she converted to Christianity and became a nun and a friend of St. Patrick.
I was
And
gonna ask if they were alive at the same
they
time.
were, yeah. And they're considered like if he's top boy, she's top girl.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Cute.
Uh, so she founded Kildare, which means like Church of the Oak. The name Bridget means exalted one. So some people say maybe it was a title. Uh, and this was a double monastery. So this was really popular in the Middle Ages, specifically in like Celtic culture of having like a two-sided monastery. like one side men, one side women, and they
Mm.
were kind of conjoined. And this would be like kind of a no-no in mainland Europe, but they were like the Irish were much more about like equality. Um, and again, there's research that this was perhaps a Druid temple to Brigid, and when the woman Brigid converted, she converted the religious site into a Christian site rather than like founding it. She, as an abbess, she had significant political power. An abbess of Kildare traditionally would have significant political power. There was an abbot. The first one was Saint Conleth, but everyone kind of knew who was in charge. Saint Patrick, or a different saint, depending on the tale, whoever ordained her is said accidentally made her a priest and or bishop. They used the wrong prayer, and they pointed it out afterwards, and he was
No
just
take
like,
backsies.
yeah, he was just like, well, she's gonna be great.
I
Wow.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So she had a lot of power, and there is some evidence to that in that like some Roman Christians,
You
because
know
they're
what? You know what? I've got some beef on your behalf, Cullen.
yeah.
If someone's gonna let Bridget keep her bishophood or whatever, you could have kept your baptism.
Yeah.
You,
Wait, what?
Oh, when they like they used the wrong words for my baptism, and so they were like, you it
So you
doesn't
doesn't
count.
all your
count.
sacraments were null,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. So I had to redo it in West Hollywood in the pandemic. So I would just say it was at the Abbey, but uh yeah.
Serve.
Um So
Okay.
yeah, that was thank you. I should have brought that up to Pope Francis, but too late now, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find him in heaven, when you get
Yeah.
there. Go, hi. Yeah.
Hi, it's me. He's like, get in line.
Yeah,
Uh
you and the other 65 people that he took away their
yeah.
baptisms. You're all waiting in line.
Yeah. Uh so yeah, she's had similar roles or powers to a bishop or priest. So there's like debate over like how exactly that played out. Um, but there was clashes between like the more Roman Christian way of doing things and like the Celtic Christian way of doing things, and they were writing about how they let women say mass or like be involved in things.
Tisk tisk.
Tisk tisk. So there's speculation of how what level of involvement that was. Who knows? But people were pissed about it. So there was something going on. One story about her founding Kildare is that she like saw the land and she was like, "This is good land for a monastery." And the local king was like, No." And she's like, "Well, will you give me at least as much land as I can cover with my cloak?" He's like, "Okay, go off." And then she gives her cloak to her maidens or like her nun friends, and they
Ah,
all like start running in different
so,
directions, and it
oh,
just grows.
oh, magic or
Magic,
not,
yeah, or
both.
God, both God magic. It's a God wink, and it it covers it covers almost his whole land, and he's like, wait, no, and so then he gives her the land she initially
No
asked
take
for.
backsies.
No take backsies, which is similar to something the goddess Gefjon does, a Norse goddess, to trick a king to like get land. And whenever he would be stingy with the poor, she'd be like, "Do I need to take out my cloak again?" Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
The fire was kept. The sacred fire was continued on at Kildare up until the Reformation. Um, there's also a famous book of Kildare, like a gospel book, that disappeared during the Reformation.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
Henry VIII just ruining everyone's time.
Yeah.
You may know him from the musical Six. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
that's how I know him.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
you know
yeah.
him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. One story involves her hanging her coat on a sunbeam. She
Oh,
just was like, it needs to dry off. She did maybe give an abortion, because this nun was like, damn, I'm pregnant. And she touched her belly and the pregnancy was removed. Uh,
wow.
yeah, without the baby, child, fetus being born, it just was
Hmm.
gone. So controversial. Um,
What?
So she's often invoked
Nah.
by like pro-choice Catholic groups.
Yeah.
Um, she Also had a lot of miracles of multiplying butter and beer, like churning a lot of
Love.
butter, turning water into beer instead of water into wine.
Look at
What a
her.
queen.
Yeah, she's a queen.
She's like, I'm out here making my own IPA. It's fine.
Yeah.
She was a
Uh,
craft brewer before it was popular.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Her convent was considered the primary convent in Ireland and like kind of like the mother chapter. So she was like head of all the convents.
Cool.
Some miracles involved her helping cattle reproduce, which people are like, that's giving goddess. It's giving goddess Bridget. Uh, Stories about her giving a lot to the poor, stories where people try and like be like, hey, I gave you these gifts for you, not for the poor. And she's like, I'm gonna curse your apple trees.
Yeah.
Anything for me is for the poor. Uh, Even a
Yeah.
story where she gives a love potion, which is very not saint
Mm-mm.
behavior.
That's a little naughty.
Well, naughty. She had a bestie, Dar Lukdak, meaning daughter of God Luke, Lu, uh, and she was her successor. And there's a story where Dar Lukdak is very into this guy. I'm sure I'm butchering this name. Uh, and she like gets out of bed in the middle of the night, and then she puts her shoes on, and like the shoes feel like hot, like they're on fire. She gets out of bed with Saint Bridget. They were allegedly were bed
Lovers.
buddies,
Besties.
besties.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then she's like, actually, no. And she goes back, and Bridget's like, she tells Bridget, and she's like, yeah, you learned to douse the fires of passion over the fires of hell, like, so she could get intense. But Darlukdak succeeded her, and the priest who gave her less rights, who's also considered a saint, and so is Darlukdak, he enclosed his hand in silver after giving her last rites because he's like, I don't want this hand to touch anyone or anything else.
What a
Like,
king.
yeah, like the equivalent of I'm
Wow.
never washing this hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of love I need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Engage
Yeah.
your hand
Anyone
in
willing to
silver.
dip their hand into hot silver for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She died in about 525. She's called foster mother of Christ and Mary of the Gale. So she's like the Irish Mary.
I think we're gonna say
Uh,
Mary of the Gays.
Mary of the
I did
Gays.
too.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Sure. New title, added it.
That too.
Yeah. Uh, Irish missionaries brought her to Britain and Europe in some place names. Her head ended up in Lisbon, Portugal. Uh,
Huh.
Most of her body is in Downpatrick in Armagh in Northern Ireland. Some of her ended up in Cologne.
Okay.
Oh,
That happens. Saints' bodies take it everywhere.
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. St. Bridget's Day is, February 1st or February 1st and 2nd, and then Imbolc, the traditional Irish pagan holiday, is those same days. And as of 2023, it is a national holiday in Ireland, thanks to their Green
Wow.
Party.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so their Green Party can do something. Looking at you, Jill Stein. What national
Jill
holiday have you
Stein.
made, Jill? Or do you just split
Split the
up the
vote.
base? Yeah.
You just keep running.
You keep running even though you know you'll never win.
Yeah.
You must have so much money.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, so Imbolc slash St. Bridget's Day is a public holiday in Ireland. It's kind of like a spring is coming festival associated with like lambing, with sacred fire, so like fireworks, bonfires, lantern processions. Also with women, like Irish embassies will honor women of the diaspora, and there's a lot of like celebration of like the heritage of Irish women on that day. We've talked before about like holy wells and like sacred places in Ireland. A lot of those are special to Bridget, so a lot of people visit them on Imbolc slash St. Bridget's Day. Some people say Bridget visits them, so like make sure the house is in order. She'll come bless you. Reeds are a big part of it, so like they'll make like a reed Bridget, or people will make reed hats, and they do like processions with reeds. The St. Bridget's cross is like a famous image, and it's like made out of reeds. And Imbolc is also very big in the neo-pagan Community. It's part of the Wiccan Wheel of the Year, so it's very big in the Wiccan community. Often a day for like women initiates to like run the show, and for women only. Uh, boys are in Jupiter to get more stupider.
Amen.
Girls aren't in bulk to get more
Hulk.
bulk. Yeah. uh, so it's a big holiday of like both Christian and pre-Christian and neo-pagan importance. Uh, so Bridget's a big deal,
Hmm.
but just this movie.
That's wild.
It's crazy because she's kind of the main character of the movie, in a way.
She
Right.
may
Well, maybe she's just a plot pusher. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Never
maybe she's
mind.
a plot, but she's the most interesting, I think, aspect of this. Because when I was first watching it, I was like, is this gonna be a leprechaun?
Yeah. Luck
And
of
then,
the Irish.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like St. Bridget, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
someone did some Googling when they
Mm-hmm.
wrote this, and I'm proud of
She,
them.
but she's like not really explored.
No.
It's like, it's just kind of, she's just a little whimsical, but we don't really find that out until
The end.
toward the
Yeah.
end. Yeah, when she talks to the father.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're not gonna get too like religious
Well,
with
Mhm.
her.
right. But I guess you don't even have to get it
Well, they did have a
religious.
Catholic wedding.
Yeah.
True. But like you could focus more on her whimsical magic side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have so many. I wanted this is a good concept for a rom-com.
Yeah.
Yes.
The execution leaves a lot to be
Yes.
desired.
Let me pull up my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love that she wore pants though.
Yes. And like
Yeah, it's sort of she's got
the
like a
scarf.
head wrap, a headscarf,
Yeah.
and like a
Very,
tunic.
yeah, very modern
Mhm.
saint. Like very
Yes.
like
I
I
love
was a
it.
saint and now like I'm just like kind of a wine mom,
Yes.
like
Yes.
Yes.
on forever
Also,
vacation.
sorry, never mind. I was gonna make a comment about wine in the movie, but we can get to it later, I
Oh,
guess.
the white wine. Yeah.
Yeah, I have I
Yeah.
have I have thoughts.
Yeah.
I have
Uh
thoughts.
so yeah, I don't know if this is a movie St. Bridget deserves, but this is our chance to talk about her. And she's an icon and she is the legend.
She
Mhm.
is the moment.
And she's the moment. She's still one of my favorite saints. You know, I feel like make saints fun again. I don't know. There's so many who are like very like serious and you get to read about how they're like, I'm nothing, I'm Garbo, and you're like, you know, she
We
was
Hmm.
need
just
fun saints.
yeah, she's like,
Bring
you
them
want
back.
more beer? You want more
You want to
cows?
be
You
a
want butter?
tricksters?
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
But if you're not gonna be nice to the poor, I'm gonna take all your land.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And
That's
redistribute it.
legitimately what we need.
Yeah. St. Bridget, I know you're having fun with these
Amen.
people, shipping these people, but I'm gonna need you to do
Start working on
some.
the tax the rich movement, please.
Yeah.
Can you come to America real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
there are still her order was revived. There are still people nuns who are like Brigidines, but more often if you hear Brigidine, it's connected to like St. Bridget of Sweden
Yeah.
Oh,
because there's
okay.
two Bridgets. And so Bridget, it was a very popular name to the point where it became a name it's like a racial stereotype name for Irish immigrant women who were
Oh,
like servants.
oh,
They'd be like, oh, the classic Bridgets, basically like Karen or
Mhm.
like like a Shaniqua, like I don't know, like how people
right,
like kind of pick these stereotypical names where it'd be like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, the Bridget maidservant, because they're just all these Irish immigrant women working as servants.
right.
Mhm.
So we start in New York,
Yes.
Yes, we do.
uh, with a scarf
With a
gag.
scarf moment. And
I thought
I
it was
re
gonna drag her. Sorry. Go
I
Yeah.
did too. And I was like, oh, she dies. And and then the movie continues from there. No, it just gets twirled around. And I thought that was gonna like, I don't know, be important, but no, it's just a gaff.
That's
I think it might be important question, like potentially, because she steals something of her friends, steals, right? The
yeah.
scarf, and then
Right.
her friend steals something of hers,
Oh,
the
Oh,
man.
interesting. Oh, that's right, because that scarf was her friend's. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh,
yeah.
it's okay. It was just a sample from work." And I'm like,
Oh,
I know, right? Where
"Okay."
do you work? Burberry?
yeah.
Actually, I think she said she works at Bergdorf's. So
Oh, wow.
not far
Even
off,
crazier.
honestly.
Look at me.
Yeah, so this the scarf just lets us know we're in for a
She gets
silly,
caught in a
goofy time.
taxi.
Yeah.
She gets twirled
Mm-hmm.
around. And this is like as her, I'm going to call them collaborators because I also have questions
Mm.
about their professional dynamic
Yeah.
or lack thereof. And he's okay. So we start in New York and there's like flashing lights, red carpet, and we're getting the credits. And I'm like, what am I watching?
Irish Wish on Netflix. Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And like, this was really to set up that this guy is such a famous writer,
Yeah.
which
Like a
I,
Nicholas Sparks of some sort.
but
Yeah.
does Nicholas
Nicholas.
Sparks even get like red carpet like that? I don't,
Well, do you remember they made like four of his books into movies in like the
at,
early
at
2000s,
least four.
2010s?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
maybe at that point in time.
maybe, because I'm thinking like, no one treats book authors like this. Like even Colleen Hoover is the moment right now.
Yeah.
I don't think she's really getting that. People are like, "Oh my God, it's her," but not the like, "Oh my God." And
Mhm.
I don't understand the world that they're
Maybe
trying to build.
yeah. I think it's sometimes like Hollywood just thinks everyone else is like them.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
think it's one of those because yeah, if I think of like even like the biggest authors, like that's yeah.
And so she's coming out of her taxi. He's getting out of a town car or he drove there. I
Mm,
can't remember. It's fancy. He like winks at her or something. And this
Mhm.
is where we're supposed to be like, ah, yes, this guy is charming and hot and
And he was
great.
not.
he's not.
Thank you. I hate to be really superficial, but I don't think this guy is all the business. And I don't understand what she sees in him or what the other girl sees in him.
I think they like maybe leaned a little too far and they don't want us to ship them too hard. And so he's just kind of annoying and scummy from the get-go.
Mhm.
But
And
Well, and we learned from the get-go that she wrote the book,
yeah,
yes,
not him. So, yeah.
so he's sucks. And, but I think this is actually where my issues start now that I think about it.
2 seconds in.
2 seconds in is because in a with more time and resources, because that's the other thing is I don't want to say that the people who made this movie did something wrong. I think
Yeah.
it's a time and resources thing,
Yeah.
which is what I think happens to most scripts these days. Um, is that with more time and resources, they would have been able to better establish a chemistry between her and this guy that doesn't make us be like, oh, wow, he's so charming. It's like, we understand what she sees in him, but we are seeing the stuff she's not, which is he's an asshole. Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and that is like, that's what she needs because St. Bridget is here to give her her wish, but it's not what you want. It's going to be what you need. She needs to learn this lesson. So I think like they just did not set up their relationship in any sort of way that makes it believable. I don't know why she would have a crush on him.
He needs to be a performative male. Like he needs to be
Ooh,
drinking a matcha, listening to Claro.
he,
Like I love writing from a woman's perspective, you know.
that
And
okay.
then
And also, I'm sorry. This event is like
yeah,
this is the launch of the
multi-room.
book,
Yeah.
a multi-room. They rented out the
A building.
bar, yeah, I don't know what this is. But he's doing a reading.
He's reading the whole book.
Yeah, yeah. It's like reading, whatever. I'm like, okay, he's reading a passage. Something happens, I don't know what. And then he goes, chapter 8. I went, no, he's not reading the whole fucking book. That's not what. And I think you're exactly right, Cullen. That is another symptom of Hollywood people just don't know what a book reading is because you don't. you don't read multiple chapters.
Yeah, it's not like a movie premiere where you get the whole.
Movie. Oh, what
Yeah.
if they think that's what it? Oh, that's so cute. Oh my God.
Because that's what like having the multiple rooms and the
Yes.
press and is giving like a
It's all
small,
making
yeah.
sense. It's giving LA movie premiere. They didn't understand. That's yeah. Anyway, so those are all the first issues that I have.
So she calls her mom in the bathroom.
Also, her mom's whole point in this movie, she didn't need to be
Unclear.
there. She didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because the Aisha Curry character was doing what her mom probably was supposed to. So that's why I didn't understand. Also, she's Jane Seymour. We know she's British. We can hear the lilt in her
Yeah.
voice. You don't need to make her American. Also, you don't need to make her a principal because that isn't important until it's super inconvenient, which I can't wait to talk about that scene. Allegra's my hero, and I don't know why.
She filmed her part in a day and a half.
Of course she did. That's why she doesn't show up to Ireland because they couldn't afford her.
Yeah.
She had other stuff to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So she's basically just like, you got to say how you feel. You got to speak up for yourself.
This
Yeah.
movie was giving shot in 2021 during the pandemic,
It really was.
but it was shot later, I think.
Yeah.
Potentially 2022, 23-ish. So it's like we weren't doing masks and stuff anymore, really. Like that wasn't like so that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't understand all this social distancing-esque shooting right now.
Yeah. Also, Aisha Curry's character didn't do it for me.
No.
I know she's just like a big name to like attach to it. Like I understand that. Get the girl some acting lessons. My God. Like
Let's talk about Aisha Curry. I felt so bad for her. I felt bad for pretty much everyone in this movie because I'm like, the material is not giving them good stuff to work with. So it's like, I also don't think Aisha Curry is a good actress based on this movie alone, but it's also like, the script did not even help her. And I kind of am like, maybe she actually did amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd need to read the script.
Yeah. She's barely there.
But
Yeah,
she's also very much there.
I forgot about her until the end when, well, we'll get there, but
I kept being like, why is Aisha Curry here? And not because I have anything against Aisha Curry, but I'm like,
absolutely.
her character makes no sense. Like her character is like what the mom should be.
Well, and also like her character could have been like, combined with the other bridesmaid. Like, like they really didn't need two, like because it's not like she confessed to Aisha what
Yeah.
she was feeling. That would be the only reason
Yeah.
to be there is to be like, oh, well, it's okay, like the sounding board, but she didn't even
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
No.
Like I think you're expecting her to be more of like the bestie, like the one to that like the mom is there. Like she should be giving the advice the mom is giving.
Yes.
Yeah.
It, these characters were so baffling. And also, there's no chemistry between any of them. It's
No,
like every time they're in a scene together, it's like this is the first time they've ever met.
I don't believe that they're friends. Yeah.
No, and they've been friends for a really long time. And I'm like, no, you're not. You just met right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the friend group is
A hot mess.
weak.
It's
Yeah.
it's needing. It leaves much to be wanted.
Yeah, the fact that they don't know who she likes.
Yeah, well also like that's something you tell your best friend, not your mom.
Yeah. Your
Or
mom,
also,
okay, tell your
if
mom
you
on
tell your mom,
speakerphone while you're washing your hands in a public restroom.
Yeah.
but also you, if that's also like a red flag, it's like if you can't even tell your best friends that you have feelings for a person, regardless of like your professional relationship with them, is like those people are not your friends. Like I don't understand. And we have to have the note from Jane Seymour to be like, you haven't even told your friends. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. And then she meets up with them. She's like, oh, I'm sorry about your scarf. And then they're both like, oh, here's the book, the guy on the back. His whole face is the back cover, which I don't think is a thing they do anymore. Or have they
They
ever done
have,
that?
yeah. I've had
Well,
books.
I don't think they do that anymore. Um, and they're like going goo goo gaga over him, or at least the one is like,
Mhm.
oh, you've been holding out on us with him. And this is where I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't see it.
I don't either. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I think this guy is perfectly fine looking, but in the fantasy of this movie, it's not giving.
I wanted like an Outlander type character.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that guy's name that was Fabio? You know what I mean? Like something big, something that's like, this sounds bad, but like classically handsome. Not that that guy is ugly in any, I think he's very cute. I think he's very
Yeah.
attractive. But he just wasn't like a romantic lead.
Yes. I actually thought, looking at the poster, I thought he was going to be the one that she falls in love with because he's a little bit more, he looks a little more rough around the edges
Yeah.
because he's got the beard.
Yeah.
The shaggy hair.
Yes. And that's not what happened. I just don't, there's no, okay, also there's no like chemistry in terms of like memories between them, which
Yes,
is another huge issue that I have when it comes to the rest of the movie, is because she has nothing to pull from. We
I
have
wanted
no
to
sense of their friendship.
I wanted to see more of that, like them, like a cute little, like them writing together or something. Yeah.
Proof that they do know each other, because I was not convinced that they actually had a close relationship. I actually thought it was like, oh, she's crazy in love with him. And like that's why he doesn't reciprocate or whatever. But it's like, no, like they're apparently supposed to be close,
Yeah.
close enough that, and we'll get to their proposal story.
I have problems.
I have so many problems. Sorry, Cullen. I'm derailing.
It was
No,
giving leap year. It was giving leap year.
he's giving leap
Oh,
year.
leap year, leap year.
Now,
One of my
she,
faves.
Lindsay Lohan,
A great Irish-ish
Rachel
uh
McAdams, not Rachel
oh,
McAdams, Rachel
Amy
um
Adams.
Amy
Amy
Adams. Thank
Adams
you.
Yeah.
and
I get them.
Irish people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
She, Lindsay Lohan herself said, she's kind of a nerd. She's a bookish type. She's a good girl. And she had so much fun playing that. Um,
It
okay,
didn't
Katie
look like
Heron.
it.
Yeah, it didn't look like she was having fun.
It really didn't look like she liked it at all.
I think she's just supposed to be like, oh wow, he likes book. I like book. He like
We're
book.
book.
We're book.
I don't even think he like book. I think he like money
Yeah.
I think he
because he
like
come from money and he want more money.
I think he like her writing book.
Yeah.
Which what's crazy is if this is like a good book supposedly, and because it's written by her, how the hell did he become a good
Well, remember he
like
says, the other guy says, oh, it's not like his normal stuff.
Yeah, he
yes, so it's
says the
like
other books are kind of
how did he become
well,
a
maybe he was
famous
kind of
writer?
like a Colleen Hoover, where it's like he's popular, but people like kind of make fun of it,
Yeah.
Maybe.
and then oh, this one's kind of better.
Has that
Mhm.
happened to Colleen Hoover, that second part? I don't
Not
know.
yet. I just know they talk
I've
about
Not yet.
never read
We're
any of her
holding
books.
out.
they're laughing
I
about their
have
baby's balls. That's what I remember. It happens in the Colleen Hoover verse. Wow, he
um
has your balls, and I'm like,
no.
straight people
We're
need to be
not.
stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Uh, so
No.
we meet her friends, Emma and Heather.
Oh, I forgot their
Which
names.
how? How could you forget their names? They say everyone's name every 5 seconds.
Paul Kennedy. Paul Kennedy. He's not
Paul
Paul.
Kennedy,
I'll never
Maddie,
forget Paul
Matt.
Kennedy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Uh,
I'm marrying Paul Kennedy.
wow, you just
Seconds
did the
after she
trailer for the movie. Yeah.
seconds after she was brushing her teeth. That's my favorite thing that happens in movies when people brush their teeth and they're like, "Where's the toothpaste?"
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
I want to see it around.
Yes, if you're gonna show me brushing your teeth, and of course they do it in this movie for absolutely no reason, and they often in other movies do it for no reason.
She's
Yeah,
relatable.
I no, I get toothpaste all over my
I
mouth,
know.
Natalie.
Yeah.
That's not relatable. She literally looks like a beauty influencer brushing her teeth.
They're like, she brushes her teeth too. Look at her. Yeah, that was weird. I will say.
Where'd you go, Cullen? Where'd you go?
Do you get whiskey to put in this coffee?
Oh, I thought you were like to get my toothpaste.
Yeah, my toothpaste.
He's like, watch me brush my teeth.
That's what I was like.
That's a
Oh,
big ick for some people
It is.
because
brushing teeth or the white stuff all over their face.
brushing teeth, because we have like these
Usually guys like that. Sorry.
I was just
Oh,
gonna
really?
say.
Because we have this toothbrush, like we have toothbrushes at work that you like are in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so they're testing out a new one. They're like, okay, Colin, test it out. And this is the day we're all there getting ready for the fire drill. And I had started playing 911 Fire on the Dance Floor, as you do. And then I started brushing my teeth, and my coworkers were freaking out. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Why are you brushing your teeth in front of us? And then I left to spit it out. And it was just a chaotic moment. That's forever in my brain.
That's wild. I didn't realize people had the ick about that. I think
Yeah.
I feel the opposite. I'm like, good for you. Oral
You
hygiene is
love oral
important.
hygiene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me Timmy the Tooth because I love oral hygiene. Yeah.
Hey.
No, no stinky breaths here.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Cavity Goon is not welcome. So yeah, so we meet her friends. We're like at the beginning of this movie.
I was gonna, we're in Ireland, surely. But I mean, we get to Ireland pretty quickly.
Pretty quick because
We do.
basically
And I have some comments on that too.
Let's do it.
we meet her friend, or her friends meet him, and he's like, "Oh, Emma." And
I'm sorry, these people don't have chemistry either. Go ahead.
yeah, but yeah, she's just like, oh no, we gotta go. We got time to pay the tab. And like, I thought this was an open bar because wow, this is a bougie book drop. And she agrees to help. She's been asking for his support. She wants to ask his support to write her next book, but instead he wants her. She thought he was gonna confess his feelings, and she said yes, but it means he just wants her to write the next book for him.
Okay. The other thing that upsets me about this
I think number 325. Yeah.
people, I feel like, and this is not meant to be a diss to the person who wrote this. I think again, it is a time and resources thing. This is like the most first draft.
Yeah.
A lot of the lines feels like, I'm going to use like the buzzword, it feels like it's written by AI for robots. These are lines that no human being will ever say. Like in the situation where you're going to ask your editor to help you with the second book, you're not going to say, I want to take our relationship to the next level.
Yeah,
You're never going to say that in that context. So
yeah,
like,
but they're trying to, like, it's a shoehorned way to set up the misunderstanding.
but there are better and more clever ways to do that.
Yeah.
There are myriad other ways.
Yeah, but she had probably 2 weeks to change this from an Italian wedding to Ireland. And,
True, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. You know, also I forgot to mention Lindsay Lohan's sister sang some original songs for this
Yes,
movie.
I saw that at the end. Is her name Elena?
Alina, yeah.
Yeah.
And something, yeah.
I saw it come up in the what is it called? The
Credits.
CC.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end
Yeah.
I saw it was like this song by Elena Lohan. I was like, oh my God.
I think her and her little brother who were in, because there's 4 of them. I think
Mhm.
her and her little brother in the movie are the only 2 gingers though. Because I know Michael has black hair.
Mm.
Yeah. He was in Parent Trap. He was the boy who gets stuck at the girls' sleepaway camp. That was her older brother, Michael.
Fun.
Ah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure. Watch me be completely wrong.
I believe you.
I was like, it sounds
You post this, someone's
sounds
like, no.
legit.
Yeah. So him and Emma are goo goo gaga
Hitting it off.
and Emma's like, wow, I think he liked me. He's on my book. And Lindsay Lohan, Maddie, is like, well, yeah, of course, he signs everybody's book. And it's like, he signed it with his number.
And she's like, well, it's not a proposal. And then
Smash cut.
Boom.
yeah, like the taxi driver slams on the brakes, she gets like whiplash, and all of a sudden she's landing in Ireland. They're landing in Ireland?
Yes.
Got it.
They're
Mhm.
landing in County Mayo, which I have some
Yes.
problems with how they did the geography of this movie.
Love it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Do you want me to go now?
Yeah, go off.
We famously love to criticize when people fuck up geography, don't we, Cullen?
Okay.
Yes, we do.
So they go from County Mayo, which is 3 hours away from the Cliffs of Moher. In like 2 and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So like the idea of them doing this like long road trip of like checking out multiple spots, they kind of like went around Ireland, it seemed, without, and then like he was like, yeah, well, why don't you get married here? And it's like, we can't move a wedding from what did I say? Mayo all the way to
Yeah.
County Clare. That's a long way to move a wedding. That's like me going from here to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
so, but this is relying on, again, this is your mom's version of Ireland. The Cliffs of Moher are so close to Dublin. Like it's
Yeah.
just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Even though they're on the other side of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ireland is this big, you
This
know?
big.
Yeah.
I mean, and it is theoretically, it is closer than, say, if you're going across the US.
It's a very small country.
3 hours, yes,
Absolutely.
is closer.
Sure.
But I do remember being like, wait, is that close to the cliffs? No.
It is not. I
That's
even Googled it
wild.
because I was like, my memory, I was there 10 years ago. So maybe my
Yeah.
memory's not as good. But then I
Maybe
looked
they
at a
changed
map.
some things.
I was like, yeah, maybe some things,
Yeah.
And then I looked at a map and I was like, yeah, nah.
You're like, no, I was right.
Nah.
That's wild. Yeah, and also this bus, it's a Bridget bus, by the way. Oh, she loses her luggage.
Yeah.
This is how she, okay.
Also,
she meets the guy.
Yes.
Because she meets
British,
the guy because
English.
she's like, that's my
That's
suitcase.
mine.
And he's like, this is my suitcase. And he's like, no, I recognize my suitcase. They fight, it rips open,
That's my
everything
favorite
falls
dress.
everywhere. It's my favorite plaid skirt. And he's like,
Mhm.
those are my boxers.
Yeah.
I'd be mortified if I touched a random man's boxers.
I wouldn't be mortified. I would be disgusted.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You'd be the
Just
opposite
like-
of encasing your hand. You're putting your hand in the silver
So-
to
I'd
burn
be
it off, to burn off the
chopping it
layer of
off.
skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I go like this. Just
Absolutely. I immediately gone to the bathroom. Immediately.
Yeah.
thrown up, brush your teeth, and wash your hands. Yeah.
Yeah. Wash my hands, throw up, then brush my teeth, then wash my hand again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valid.
Because, I mean, okay, he was hot, but you don't know what's going on down there.
Look, and I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I was going to say something about the English, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of beans happening. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something about Aragon. I also don't think he's that dreamy.
No.
Yeah. And again, and I don't think it's like unlike the other guy, I don't think this is superficial. I think it's just like the chemistry there is still not giving. And so I'm like, I'm not falling in love with either of these guys, either of these relationships.
I guess what I'll say is I'm not like, whoa, he's so hot, he's so dreamy. I actually like is a strong word, but like like him, like for this genre of movie, I liked their dynamic. I thought their enemies to lovers was subtle enough where he wasn't like an outright like diabolical hater right away. He was just kind of like, girl, you crazy, and she was acting crazy. And then he's throughout the movie is just kind of like, speak up for yourself, like especially because they only know each other for a day. Obviously it's a rom-com, so like they're still acting like way more out of pocket than you normally would, but he is still just trying to be like, is this what you want? Like, are you
He's a
putting
plot pusher.
Yeah, he's like, what about what do you like? Why are you putting what you want second? And so like I buy for this genre of movie them more than I would say her and Cord in
I will
Falling
say
for
that.
Christmas. Even though Cord,
No,
I've seen him
yeah.
in real, like he's very hot. I see him and I'm like hot
It's
more than I do
not-
when I see Aragon. But like I buy the Aragon Lindsay, neither of those are character names. Like I buy that relationship enough for this movie, and I feel like they have enough chemistry for me.
I'm keeping all of my money. I'm not buying it. Like that's the thing is like it's not that I don't think he's handsome or
Yeah.
that other guy. It's I'm not seeing what she's seeing. I'm not
Mm.
seeing it through her eyes. I don't, because Lindsay Lohan has no fucking personality in this movie
I
except
was
for
gonna
a
say
klutz.
that. Yes, she's underdeveloped. We
Yes.
don't see anything that makes her tick really. Like
Yeah,
we only know things about her through relationships with men.
true.
And I'm going to say this right now. Her favorite author is not James Joyce. She does not like the book Ulysses. Nobody likes that book. Like, there's no way that this character likes James Joyce.
She's a Jane
That's,
Austen girl
oh, I buy that.
or an
I
Emily
buy that.
Bronte.
Yep, I
Even
buy Bronte
maybe even
sisters.
Oscar Wilde, if you're trying to
Yeah,
go for an
I buy
Irish author.
Dickens. Honestly, I buy Dickens. I think he was spot on. He read her.
he
But
did.
James Joyce, I'm like, there's no way. And it's not because I don't think that like she has like doesn't have the
Mm.
capacity to understand Ulysses or James Joyce. It's because I'm like, she has no personality. I don't know anything really about what she wants until the very end. I don't know about her background. Like, did she go to Brown? Is she like top of her class? Like, what is the thing that also why does she like James Joyce? What is it about James
Why does
Joyce?
she write?
Thank you. I'm just like, I don't buy any of this.
See,
And again,
you're
I
asking the questions you would ask of a real movie.
and that's the thing is that
Blockbuster.
this premise is literally straight from 2004. Like
Yeah,
this would be oh my God, what is her name? I mean, Anne Hathaway could play this character.
yeah,
Literally anyone. Like this would have been so good in 2004 with the right time and resources.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, it's just like, it's not even half baked. This is raw dough.
It's
I'm
raw.
looking at raw dough and
It is.
I'm upset because I'm like, the concept could absolutely work. And you know what? I think Bridget deserves better.
Bridget, she's
I
saying
think
Bridget does
Lindsay
deserve better.
deserves better too
Literally.
Lindsay
because
deserves better. So do
this
the two
made her
guys.
this.
Aisha Curry deserves better.
I think that I don't think Lindsay Lohan is like an amazing actress by any means, but I think she's so much better than this. This didn't give her anything to work with.
I
She
agree.
was just kind of like a confused woman, I guess.
Question mark. We don't even know this woman's gender, this person's gender.
Like
We're so confused.
I just didn't I felt like it let her down in so many ways. And I know it, like we said, it's a Netflix, like, you
Yeah.
know, it's just like a cutesy rom-com. It's not supposed to be anything big, but she really was just floating in midair. Like or
Yeah.
like she was drifting down a stream. There's nothing to hold on to.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think
I
it's
agree.
like this is all accurate. And it could be like I do think maybe her character in Falling for Christmas had a little more because she was like a ditzy heiress.
Yeah, the
Like there
rich
was a little
girl.
more to like
There's a
broad
baggage
comedic.
to
Yeah.
bring with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's less, but
Like we don't even
again,
know she's from Ohio, right? Like that was
or Des
mentioned in
Moines.
passing. Oh,
She's
Des
from
Moines.
Iowa. Yeah, she's a Midwesterner. I
Yeah.
don't believe that for a second. Sorry.
No, I don't
Not
either.
with that face.
Well, that face is new.
Yeah.
So
That face is new.
It is new.
and she
And it
looks
looks great.
fantastic.
It looks
She looks
great.
great.
Literally, she's got the best in the business
Yeah.
right here.
No, she
She
looks
does.
great. She
Literally.
just doesn't look from Iowa.
No.
I just
Sorry, everyone from Iowa, that you don't look like Lindsay Lohan.
I would just say, like, again, if I'm comparing this to like Vanessa Hudgens in Night Before Christmas, where she's like, I'm a teacher and I give weird advice to the kids and my parents are cops, like, just like I think there's more to her in
What was the
to
budget of
Maddie.
this movie?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I didn't find it, but I think
Okay.
$35.
35 cents.
Yeah.
36, but you know, they abolished the penny. I think this is getting to a much bigger issue that I have with Hollywood, and I guess Netflix in particular, but it's like these companies make buku bucks and they care so much about margins that they're not funneling money into making good content all the time.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just such a shame, is
I
really
mean,
what it is.
This movie was #1 when it came out on
It
Netflix.
was for
But
weeks.
Is it
right?
because people liked it or is it because they liked shitting on it?
Well, they finished watching it.
Right.
Well, I think it's like the resurgence of Lindsay Lohan as the
Yes.
draw.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
'cause she was like as a little ginger girl with freckles, like I watched Parent Trap every day. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's an icon and she's the moment.
Yeah.
So it's like I do think that's why, and because it is like this, put it on, you can watch it with your mom, kind
Mhm.
of like movie.
My mom would have killed me over me watching this. She would have been like, I'm trying to watch the movie, and I'd just be sitting there cracking jokes and screaming about how much I was upset about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think you bring up all these valid points in that like there's something there that could be better. Like there's stuff to this character, but we could piece it together in a way that
Potential.
makes more sense. There's stuff to this storyline that could make more sense to this love triangle. Like we're not seeing these guys how she sees them. Um,
Yeah, because I wanted to see why she wanted to be with Kennedy. Like what about him was to her was so intriguing? Like, yeah, he's
Is it,
cute and he's
yeah,
successful, but was it like a late night writing session? Did he reveal something?
yes.
What's his depth?
Because
yeah.
also when she's talking to her mom, being like, oh, I have feelings, it's like, okay, you should be able to tell us the moment that you were like, oh shit, I
Hmm.
like this guy. Like that, honestly, I think that would have been enough. But it's really just like, and also we find out that she's kind of like, I don't want to say icked out by his privilege, but she definitely like, it's very different. She does not vibe with it. I'm sorry, someone like that, you're going to know that right away. Even in a professional
Hmm.
capacity, you're like, oh, this guy's privileged as shit. I don't vibe with that. Like, you're going to be able to clock that.
Well, as Lindsay Lohan herself said in talking about this movie, is that the character is kind of naive
Yeah, but
and she doesn't understand things.
we also don't
Isn't she like
understand.
40?
Yeah,
That's also a great question. How old is this character?
we're
Because
not
Lindsay
supposed to know.
Lohan is
She's in her
not
late,
25.
yeah, she's
Yeah,
got to
she's
be in her
pushing
40s.
40.
Yeah,
And
gotta
that's
be.
fine. That's like I
And I love a later romance story. I love the later in life romance stories, but
that's another thing is that like not that people in their late 30s or 30s at all couldn't
Yeah,
not
we're
still be figuring
dead.
things out,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
because
I'm
that's where I
31.
am.
I'm in my grave.
I'm in a
Yeah,
grave. This is my
yeah.
yes.
coffin. But I
Yes.
just like I agree. I think like a more mature character would have been better. I I just I'm
She's
throwing ideas at the
39.
wall. She looks
She's
wonderful.
she's
Great.
39 and Ed Spielers is 37 right
Great.
now.
Um,
He's
I
so
just
hot. He's so
yeah,
hot.
yeah, and that's the thing is like I think these guys can be gorgeous in this movie if the movie was making me fall in love with them, but it's not. It's
Hmm.
making me fall in love with a version of Ireland that doesn't exist.
It
Certainly.
filled me with wanderlust for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It made me want to travel, but and it did make me
But
want to find love, but not in the way that they
it
showed
was
it.
like this is a what not to do situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's a cautionary tale
Well,
of
I also have some other problems with that. But anyway,
Mhm.
where are we in this movie?
I know. I'm
we're
sorry. I think I
Who
jumped us
arrived in
ahead.
Ireland?
I
we're
jumped us
barely
ahead.
we arrive. We
She's
fight
in
over
County
the
Mayo.
yeah, we fight over the suitcases.
Hmm.
And then she's waiting for the suitcase and
Everyone
Paul
ditches her
everyone
at the
ditches her.
airport.
It's giving Bella's friends in Forks. Not Forks, when they go to
Yes.
Seattle.
Yes.
And
They're like,
he's
oh, okay, bye.
yeah, because she's like, oh, I guess he's like, oh, I don't want to leave you here. She's like, no, it's fine. He's like, okay, we're gonna leave. He's wearing the worst outfit. Uh,
Who did? Okay, so I studied costume design in college. I will say, whoever put together all of his outfits, his we'll get to it. Never mind. I'm so sorry.
I mean, the hat, the everything. It's
The
criminal. The outfits are,
mismatch. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't want to, and I don't want to diss anybody's work, but
But again, it's a time and resources thing. These people had
exactly.
35 seconds to pick stuff.
and I think they're supposed to. They're trying to visually give us the ick.
Yeah. And he's also, I mean, he kind of, a lot of his outfits gave polo,
Yeah,
like I play polo, and
yeah,
that is
But it
rich.
shouldn't give us the ick. It
Yeah,
should be giving us the fantasy, and the ick should be his personality
yeah.
exactly.
But yeah,
because
Exactly.
that's what it is. She is distracted by this beauty,
mhm.
but actually, it's the ick of the personality that we're supposed to be like, oh,
He's
Yes.
giving Anglo-Irish. like landed British gentry in Ireland.
Yeah. I think
Uh
a lot of Irish people would look at him and not identify with him in any
when I
way.
was gonna say would not fuck with him, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No, same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, it's like your grandma's Irish fantasy. It's like not the very like working class version of Ireland that you
No.
see in a movie like Brooklyn. You know, not that
Yeah.
this
Right.
movie's trying to do that, but
Of
just like,
course.
yeah. Um, so they're there. She waits for the bus, where she's on the bus with
Ed.
Aragon,
Yeah.
James,
Aragon,
Ed. Yeah, and
the Dragon Rider.
he's like, oh well, if you need, she's like, yeah, they come from my suitcase. And he's like, well, if you need boxers, you need
You know where to
boxers,
go.
you know where to go. Good
Sure.
line. Good line.
It is.
And it's like seething. And he's like, "Oh, this Paul Kennedy book. Yeah, he's a Garbo writer. I don't like his work." And she's like,
And
"No, he's good." And he's like, "Oh, is he a friend of yours?" They're like, "Oh, we're stopping at the Kennedy house." And she's like, "That's my
she
stop."
goes up
Also,
to the bus driver and goes, "This is the address." He goes, "Sure, I'll take you exactly there." It's like,
they don't do
"No,
that.
I'll take you to a stop and then you have to walk 16 miles.
I so
Kilometers, sorry."
I hooked up with a guy and I lived in Galway. He lived on the other side of Galway and you can see the cathedral. And I went to a coffee shop and I was like, is the cathedral close enough that I could walk? And they said no. And I said, okay. So I found a bus and I said, hey, do you go near the cathedral? And he said, kind of. And so I just had to like get in the vicinity of it. Like
Yeah.
they don't take
They're
you
not going to take
directly
you right to
there.
the country
No.
estate.
Which is
No.
very, again, the fantasy of like the homey, folksy Irish. Everyone's so helpful and everyone's so nice. And they are definitely
It's
one of the nicer
But they're
countries.
also on a bus schedule.
They're also people with schedules
they're
and
not
work
going to be
and
like, oh
jobs.
yeah, let's just do a big
Tour
yeah.
of
Yeah.
Ireland on our way to, the
Yeah.
wealthiest person in Ireland's house.
Also, that house is in a different county too. I looked this up. That is in County Wicklow. So
Mm.
that oh wait, hold on. I'm lying. Hold on, let me get to it. Let me get to it.
It's true
Yeah,
they
the
don't have
Kennedys,
Uber though. They have a different app. I used that.
yes,
And that was less
they
there.
it looks like it's in County Wicklow for sure. So that's also not County Mayo. So
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
would a Mayo bus go to Wicklow?
I also hate that her friends, even Aisha Curry, ditches her at the airport.
Yeah.
I know
Like
she doesn't
Aisha
have
Curry can
anything.
stay. Aisha Curry is like, okay, well, I'm gonna stay with her because she's never been to Ireland.
Yeah.
Neither have I. Like, she's alone. Like, we're not gonna leave her alone. Like
Yeah.
the way these people treat Lindsay Lohan is like, Lindsay, you need new
You
friends.
need new friends. That's yeah.
I made a note about that too for later when we get to the
Yeah.
switcheroo.
Yeah. Her friends are not great. She gets to this house, almost immediately almost knocks over a vase. The
And then they
mom,
take it away. Why do they
yeah,
take it away?
That was crazy. I was like, oh, they're like, oh no,
Where
it's
are
a
they
poor
putting it?
person. We don't want her to touch our nice
yeah,
things and accidentally break them because poor people are clumsy.
yeah.
That
So
was the funniest thing.
we get like the super rich family, and they're like, we don't want you to like break anything, and they're talking about all this fancy stuff, and Emma's all here for it. This
And
beautiful estate.
that is the Kilreddy house. That's like a historic house.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, mhm.
A beautiful, beautiful estate.
Beautiful.
These are again super rich people, so I'm like definitely, definitely part of the British Crown. I'm getting that vibe. And the cousin, his brother, who I was convinced at one point, I'm like, is that Mr. Beast? Like
I
he looks
did.
like Mr. Beast.
Yes, that's Ireland's Mr. Beast.
And Aisha Curry is all like, oh wow, he's hot. And that really doesn't go anywhere until eventually she's like, yeah, he's not
And
into
then
me.
and then she has her type switches completely by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Her type is just a living person, I guess,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
fine. It's
Yeah.
hard out here.
Yeah. yeah, they're gonna go for a boat ride, and she's like, "Oh, I have an extra sweater." Because Isha Curry's like, "You want another sweater?" She's like, "So change of clothes." She's like, "No, I have an
That
extra
was a good
sweater."
save. That was a good save. I had one in my bag. That was a good save.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
always bring like a change
A
of
change of clothes.
clothes in my carry-on
Hmm.
just in case.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yeah. I and then this is where they're like, okay, there's two boats and the respective couples, I guess we'll refer to Aisha Curry and that guy as a
Mr.
couple.
Beast, yeah,
Mr. Aisha Curry and Irish Mr. Beast
What a pair.
um are like on another boat
yeah.
Mhm.
and she decides not to get on the boat
They leave her again.
because why?
She's
And
not feeling it. She's in her feelings.
which is fine.
Sad girl era.
And then they're like, okay, well, let's take a picture. And then it's this is shot from afar. And it's Lindsay Lohan doing like cheese, like, and I'm
Yeah,
like, that is so cringe. Like, I feel so bad for her. And
it is, and
I
it's
just, ugh,
yeah. There's there.
these
She's
people suck.
yeah. She's the
They're
left
horrible
out
And
friend.
friends.
Yeah,
also, like, we should feel heartbreak for Lindsay Lohan that like her friend is now with the guy that she was like gonna confess feelings
yeah,
for. We should still feel like she has a connection toward him, that she still has feelings. I don't know where she stands now that her friend is gonna be marrying him.
yeah.
It's
She
like
doesn't
I should know
either.
that.
She's a confused woman. That's her
She's so
personality.
clumsy.
I will say that it looks like the location though is close to County Wicklow. So that it
Okay.
does keep in.
Some
I'm really into
consistency.
this map. I'm looking
Yeah.
at a map right now.
Natalie is deep in the maps.
The Irish Wish cinematic universe.
Sorry.
Yeah. We also get this line where Emma doesn't quite remember the book, and Paul doesn't correct her because he didn't write it. And Lindsay Lohan's like, no, the evil fairy in the
Yeah.
lake who drowns people. And they're like, oh yeah, LOL. Because she's the only one that cared about that book.
And they're so
Yeah.
dismissive of her book, like
Yeah, it's
of her work.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, she takes the selfie, which I kept thinking she was gonna drop in the water, just
I
because
thought she was
this
gonna fall in the
movie.
water.
I really
Yeah,
did too.
This movie is meant to punish her.
yeah. She
Lindsay
did some of her
Lohan
own
specifically.
stunts. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
Good for her, I guess.
yeah. But she goes off for a walk and she finds this chair and she's like, I wish I was marrying Paul Kennedy. And
She says this out loud to no
yeah.
one. And Bridget's like, hi.
Hi, I'm
Talk
St.
about a
Bridget.
jump scare.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, this is a horror movie.
She's like, is that really what you wish? And she's like, yeah, I guess it's just like I said it. And she's like, well, if you're sure,
Got to do it right.
yeah. Like let's make a breeze. Let's make these petals blow. We're making this wish happen. And she's like, okay. And then she wakes up. We cut ahead in the room, and she's like, la la la, getting up. Oh, I
Weird
had the weirdest
dream.
dream. And then someone's in the shower. It's Paul. She's all like, oh, I want to see his dick.
Which I feel like if you had a crush on him, you'd be like, let me see his dick. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Sorry, maybe that's just me.
she's having, well, this is
But you speak
the
for
sort of
all
moment.
redheaded girls with freckles, so yeah.
I speak for Lindsay.
This is where like this is supposed to be her sort of moment of like realization of like what's going on.
Mhm.
And it's just like a gaff of like clearly he has a different understanding of their situation than she does. That's hilarious. His dick out, that's hilarious.
Mm.
And I'm like, this isn't funny
Mhm.
because she's uncomfortable,
Yes.
but he isn't like you've seen it before, and he doesn't like, helicopter
Dance
or
it.
something, which would have
Yeah.
been hilarious. That would be great. Like I want to see things that like they have like oh, we have like a
A
thing.
rapport.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like, oh, you caught me in the shower. It's like, like there's none of
Come
that.
get it, baby.
And he doesn't even react to it. He doesn't be like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you okay? He doesn't even ever say, are you okay?
Hmm.
And it's just like,
I
it's
think it's
crazy,
because he's so self-centered.
which is
So
fine.
true. He doesn't value her.
But
Or Emma.
there's
Mm-mm.
also just like, he's not even like, you're being kind of weird. It's just like, this whole sequence of like her realizing what's going on,
It's too long.
it's too long and it's not effective. They don't do it right.
Yeah.
It's
Because
Yeah.
I'm just like, we know what we're here for.
Also, why would she wake up in the same room? If she was the bride,
she should be the
would
one
be
that
in,
Emma is in.
yeah, she would be in the master, or
Yeah.
at least a bigger, better room.
And actually that's a great, I'm so glad you pointed that out, because in her room before the switcheroo, the first switcheroo,
Mhm.
there is a port or a picture of Emma
Emma.
and the groom, can't remember his
Mhm.
name, Paul Kennedy,
Paul
How could
Kennedy.
you forget
How could
Paul
you
Kennedy?
forget?
in her room,
Yeah.
Yes.
her guest room. Maybe it's a rich people thing and they put their own pictures in people's guest rooms.
I don't think so.
But then she's in her room and it's pictures of them.
Yes.
Why did she have a picture of Emma and Paul in her guest room?
You
And
know,
why
you're thinking a little too much for Irish
No.
Wish. I'm gonna say that's the one.
Also,
No, I'm
my
demanding
point
more.
during the switcheroo, maybe we'll get there. Never mind. I have
No,
thoughts
go
about
there.
that photo. Okay, so if you switcherooed, you wouldn't have all the exact same experiences that him and his other girlfriend had. So why is her picture still her getting dipped in Times Square? It's Emma, but they just replace it with Lindsay. And it's like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Because Lindsay is supposedly a completely different person than Emma, even though neither of them have personalities.
And aren't
so
they
you're
wearing the
absolutely
same
right.
clothes? Aren't they wearing this? I'm
A
gonna look
different
this up.
outfit. Different
Oh,
outfit.
different outfit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
But I think that is a really good point. It's like the experiences she would have with Paul would probably be different unless she's just following along with whatever Paul does.
She's
And
cookie
but
cutter.
with Paul and Emma, that would be things like they chose to do together because they have a rapport, supposedly. But it's like, I just don't know enough about anyone in this movie to understand and confidently move forward.
I will say, now the question you're asking is, did St. Bridget construct a full alternate reality, or
Oh,
perhaps a mirage
I
to teach
forgot.
her a lesson?
I
Like,
forgot we're dealing with a trickster.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I think that's a good, valid question, but
did she build a mirage that it's like it's just Lindsay Lohan swapped with Emma?
yeah,
Well,
like,
because it's not like she gets the old memories too. We
yeah,
see that
we
later.
see
Like
that she doesn't remember,
she doesn't
and
get any memories.
she sees that she wished herself to be a total loser.
Yeah, a
Not
total.
not to say that, women cannot propose, but the energy that this specific dynamic was giving,
Oh, that
not
was
great.
that
Yeah.
Also, I didn't understand why he would say yes.
Because the magic.
I know.
St. Bridget's like, you want to be a loser? Okay, you could see what your life would be like, but I didn't found a double monastery in 400 whatever for women to settle for men who don't value them.
I just
Amen.
don't. I don't.
You
I
don't.
agree. I agree. I don't
Yeah.
either.
I don't.
So this wish is happening. It's funny because I wrote down the lightest of plot summaries too. Like I'm not getting too detailed
And
with this one, and
we
we're
are on
still.
every
We are
single
nitpicking.
detail.
So she is so it's like they're at breakfast and she's like, oh my god, it's my wedding. She's like getting it together slowly, and they're like, the wedding cake won't fit, and she's like, maybe get a smaller cake. And they're like, wow. And the mom's like, I fucking hate this woman. Boy mom.
But she was only like that to her, not to Emma.
No. Well, because Emma knows what it's like to be rich.
That's true. Emma is
That's
Emma's not an
that was a really
Iowan. Yeah.
yeah. She doesn't come from Des Moines.
This is
Des Moines. Yeah.
So also he wants to go bike riding. He wants to get a workout in, but she's bad at biking.
And he ditches her.
Yeah. She almost crashes and she's like, oh, can we do something else? Maybe. And he's like, I'm trying to get a workout in. And
Also,
Go ahead.
why is the orchard right next to the bike trail?
Great question. Why is anything?
yeah.
You know?
And why was that fence so short? That was the shortest fence I've ever
And
seen.
why does Emma, who's not a girl's girl,
And he's wearing a
go on a
skirt.
bike ride with her friend's fiance?
And she's wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
And she clearly has a thing for this guy. Like, we
She's
don't
like,
have
I'll
any
take it
proof
from
that Lindsay
here.
Lohan did this
No.
to Emma. And I don't
Mm-mm.
think that she did, because Lindsay Lohan, the only personality trait I know about her is because I'm told is that she doesn't stand up for herself. So
Yeah.
she would never put
Because it was
herself into a,
explicitly
because it
stated.
was explicitly stated multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't like, this is where I'm like, okay, well, I don't understand Emma. It's just like this movie, and actually Bridget, Saint Bridget, she sets Lindsay Lohan up for failure, because if, like you're saying, potentially it's a mirage, but like, she doesn't have any past with this guy. She didn't even have it in her actual universe.
Yeah.
She also, it's just like, she's just plopped in here. But that's not to say that there's no way that they could have ever been together. I don't think that's accurate. If she had actually gotten the chance to build a rapport with him, they potentially could have been an item. Like, that's still,
Potentially, I
but
just don't think he saw her that way.
and that's fine. But I don't think this movie and Bridget saying that, like, oh, well, like, clearly this wasn't going to work anyway, but you're not proving yourself right. Like, I think you're just putting her in a shitty situation to make her feel like garbage.
Yeah, I think Bridget is telling her that being with this man would make her feel like garbage,
That's a good
that she
point.
deserves better.
But she still doesn't set her up for success.
But she's not supposed to succeed. She's supposed to go on this journey and be
Right,
like,
but she should
wait.
at least get a good try. That's what I think. I think that Lindsay Lohan is set up to fail from the second she signed the contract on this
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah. So she also has to go to this picturesque town to do her dress fitting, but it's the same dress that they've all worn for generations.
Also, it didn't look period accurate, I will say.
yes, please, thank you. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
It was not period accurate if it's been in the family. She said that her mom wore it, the mom's
Her,
mom.
the mom's mom and the mom's mom's mom.
Yeah, it wasn't period
Because
accurate.
so
Yeah, and
the
you're a costume
grandmother
designer.
wore it.
You studied costume design, so you would
I
know.
don't think, at least. I mean, maybe in Ireland it was
So
a little different, but I don't
so
think
what
it
were
was
we
period
saying?
accurate.
It would have to be what, 1800s or early 1900s?
It had that button down the center, yeah? Like, am I
Yeah.
making that up?
It's giving the 20s?
It's not, it's giving, honestly, I think 30s, 40s maybe. It's
Yeah.
not giving 1800s.
But
Aisha
also
Curry
Emma,
suggests adding a slit to it.
but Emma seems into it because she's like, it's vintage, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And then later she just not wearing the dress.
her
No.
dress is also horrible.
But
Her
yeah,
wedding dress was horrible. And I liked the one that Lindsay Lohan picked out with her mom.
Yeah.
That
cute.
one was cute,
Yeah.
but we never got to see it on.
Yeah, this scene is, well, actually, this moment is baffling because Emma doesn't end up picking that dress, but she's like really into it. So it's supposed to be like, oh, Emma's like perfect in this family because she
Yeah.
fits in. But I'm like, but maybe it's that Emma could stand up to the mom. Maybe
Yeah.
that's it. It's off
Well,
camera,
and
but I just, yeah.
it's also weird that it's a family dress that they're making not a family member wear. Like, that would be something you give to your daughter. Obviously,
Daughter.
she doesn't have daughters, but it's
Yeah.
weird to be like, you're not my daughter, but you have to wear this dress.
Yeah.
Right, because what if she had her mom's dress?
Mhm.
It's a very like bridezilla but momzilla kind of thing.
Yeah, I think she's obviously a momzilla. All the photographers quit. She makes them all cry. And so that's why when she thinks she sees St. Bridget and she runs out into the street and flips around in this vintage
I will say that was a
like,
really cool move. I did like the way the dress looked when it flipped. I thought it was
yeah,
cute.
she flips and she lands up in Aaron's arms. He's gonna keep holding on to her. Hey, he's
Uh,
like, and she recognizes him, and he's like, "You're a stranger."
right.
And then he has a camera case. So the mom's like, "Oh, you're a photographer." She found a photographer, and like that's a wild thing to assume.
Also,
Uh,
how many people have cameras? Like,
and she's like, "Oh, he's a nature photographer," and she's like, "How do you know
Well,
that?"
yes, and also on the bus, he says, "Oh, it's hard being a photographer now that everyone has a camera in their
phone.
pocket."
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's very important. A very important detail that she learns in her original universe, she brings to new universe and uses as a way to charm Aragon.
Him. She does that a lot.
She does. And I might be jumping ahead, but perhaps what St. Bridget actually does is gives Lindsay Lohan an opportunity to get to know this James guy in a red flag situation, mind you, because he's falling in love with the bride that he's working for, to then be able to get all this information to be able to woo him in her universe again.
She did give love
It's
potions.
giving about time. Do you
Yeah.
remember
It
this
is
movie?
giving about
It
time.
did give me this, yes.
And that would be something that I'm fine with if this movie was better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's like so weird that she is able to take her original universe information with James to use to, woo him, but she doesn't have any original universe knowledge with what's his name?
Paul.
Yes. It's
so
so
she's set
lacking.
up for failure. That's why I'm like,
But that's on her because he's been a fantasy. He hasn't been the real guy to her. And so she hasn't learned things about him and learned that he sucks.
I think that also we just don't have enough with
Yeah,
them before that
I
premiere,
know.
that weird book premiere,
I mean, I'm not like an Irish wish
We should
apologist.
hold one of those for Julia.
We should,
Exactly
yeah.
like that.
Apologist.
Like, I feel like I keep
You're
defending.
being an apologist.
I
I
do keep defending this movie. I'm like, I'm not
like,
usually, it's not that deep, but I think there's
yeah.
things where it's like, yeah, this is just kind of what they're going with. I think it's
Yeah.
valid though that yes, she doesn't have any knowledge with him, but that's to me, I'm like, that makes sense because they never had a real relationship. He was just using her.
Yes.
I
Mhm.
think it's like this movie has some areas where I'm like, okay, that is working. And a lot of other stuff that I'm like,
Yeah.
just one more draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Get a
they
writer's
should have
room.
hired us. They should have
Mhm.
hired us.
Absolutely.
I'm here. I'm available. If you like me screaming on this podcast, you might like me screaming at you.
In her script. Yeah.
Yeah, I promise in a writer's room I'm different.
I promise. Totally.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be the photographer for the wedding. So the next day they're gonna see some sites because the publisher is like, get some historical sites for your wedding pictures. So the day before the wedding, they're gonna go location scouting.
Also, yeah, the day before the wedding, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
No. And
That's not a thing.
no, you're not doing location scouting. You're doing location scouting around the estate, maybe, which is actually what I thought they were gonna do. When they said like historical sites, I thought they meant like
On the
really
estate.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the
Not
And then they
2
drive
hours and 45
3
minutes.
hours.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's wild.
Mhm.
But at night he touches her and she punches him.
This is the toothbrush right after the toothbrushing scene. So she's brushing her teeth. She's got her glasses on. She's looking cute. Whatever. She's getting ready for bed. She's like, "I'm gonna marry Paul Kennedy," and she's in bed. And then he gets in bed, and he's not even like initiating sex or anything. He just like puts his hand around her. She fucking elbows him in the
Taekwondo.
face. Literally, that's a great personality trait that she's a fighter, just jujitsu. Like
Yeah.
knocks him right in the nutsack. And he's like in agony, but he's like being a goofball about it because, this is the Three Musketeers or whatever
Yeah.
they're called. The Three Stooges.
Stooges.
Three Musketeers, same thing. But like he's not like, what has gotten into you? Like, why are you punching me? Like, there's no confrontation. And I feel like that would have been the moment where he would have been like, what the fuck? You just
Yeah.
punched me. And it's like, also like, okay, speaking of 13 going on 30, because we mentioned this.
Yes.
So she gets put into her universe where she's definitely had sex with the guy that when we first meet her, the hockey player, right?
Love him.
Love. That like they've definitely had sex, but of course, like she's just been supplanted, right? And so like there's none of this where it's like, have they had sex yet?
And he had that in 13 going on 30, he had that sexy dance he did
Yes.
for her. Like there was totally an opportunity to get that chemistry going.
Yes, like a proof that there is some sort of rapport here.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the moment where that would have been flipped on its head, where he could have been like, why the fuck did you punch me? It's like that is, I think, I don't want to say inexcusable, but it's just like that is a perfect opportunity because it's also giving her a challenge because she doesn't have any like obstacles other than like, walking with both feet on the ground. Like that's really hard for her.
Yeah.
But it's like this would be like a great opportunity for her to like have to confront the situation. Otherwise, she's just kind of floating through the scenarios that are being written for her.
And then also with him getting punched, the bruise goes away. It just
Yeah.
disappears after some time. And also he's being such a baby about it. Like, I mean, I get like, yes, your fiance punched you. Domestic violence is not funny. It should be, it's a real
Right.
thing. But like, he is like just truly milking it for all it's worth from the wrong girl.
And
Because
the
that's
other
who
thing
he
is,
is.
but also I'm gonna argue again. I know, shocker.
Hannah arguing.
She doesn't learn that he's a shitty person because
Yeah.
he is a shitty person. She just learns that she's just not into him.
Yeah.
And I don't think that should be the purpose of the movie, but it has to be because her best friend supposedly is going to marry this guy. But it's like she doesn't realize all the things that we are seeing that like this guy fucking sucks. It's not that, oh, they're not good together. It's like he sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm
He's
just
just a
like,
douche.
yeah, it's like she doesn't learning what we're learning. We're learning that guy is a douche.
Yeah. The punching thing, it sounds like it was an idea for how she would discover, and then they had the shower idea and they wanted to do both.
Yeah.
Oh,
One needed
interesting.
to be fleshed out more,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So he's being a baby about it, and Emma's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take care of you," because they have chemistry, and
what
she
were they? Sorry, go on.
aren't they
They
like
were
What were
they're
they playing?
archery.
archery?
Archery. That's
And
it.
And the roommate, his college roommate, is there, who is
And that's her
introduced.
brother.
That's her brother. He's introduced like he's going to be plot relevant. He is not.
not. And he's American and the accents are just getting weird because we haven't even mentioned Emma has some sort of British accent.
Yes, she does.
And I'm like, where are you from?
How do you all
How
know each other?
how did this girl from Iowa, you guys been friends for how long supposedly? For like
Oh, they
ever?
grew up together,
No, they
but
didn't.
they're in New
No,
York.
they didn't.
Yeah.
From Iowa. Like,
Yeah.
what are the accents? And I'm like,
Relationships don't make sense in this movie.
also, why is Aragon English? Make him tell him to do an Irish accent. We're supposed to fall in love with Ireland.
Well,
This
remember he
movie.
said he summered there a lot as a kid.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, because he stays in this room above the pub and he like has it
Mhm.
there. When are you gonna settle down?
And
He's
he
like,
gets the guy's car. The guy's
yeah,
just like, take my car.
take my car
Yeah.
because the Irish are just so nice. And he's there for the sheep shearing festival, which we don't
Love.
get to see.
It gets
St.
canceled.
Bridget cancels it.
And the sheep are like, oh, thank God.
Thank God.
I can keep my wool.
Side note, all of his jobs get canceled in this movie.
Yeah. How's
Side
he getting
note.
it? Yeah. How's this photographer making
Is he
money?
gonna get paid ever?
Well, because she's not rich, I'm assuming she's a editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
Where are we in this movie?
Yeah,
so
sorry to derail us again.
No, I've been derailing. We've equally been derailing,
they're going to the
except for
cliffs.
Cullen.
They're going to the cliffs of Moher.
Yeah,
This is a picture of when I went there in
that's just a
2015.
tourist trap, Cullen.
And
Yeah.
it is one, a very windy place, and
Yes.
two, a very crowded place. So
The tourist trap.
how are they there
Alone.
alone?
Because they paid to have the cliffs.
Yeah.
They're there alone in picturesque Ireland. This is a beautiful spot. He's like, you look great here. You should do the wedding here.
Also, who gets married at the Cliffs of Moher?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to hear the service. It's too loud
No.
with all the wind and the crashing waves.
Someone would get pushed into because
Yeah.
truly,
There's no
as you
rope.
can see,
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
Yeah.
You can hang off the side.
Yeah.
No thanks.
They're like, if you want to jump off this cliff, like, that's your prerogative. like
And as an
watch your
American,
kids.
that's crazy. Like in
Yeah.
America, there would be a line, like there would be
Yeah.
a barrier.
There'd be a barrier,
Yeah.
there'd be a net below the
There'd be
barrier.
security
And in
guards.
fact, you wouldn't be able to even get close to the edge. Because, I mean, I've never been to the canyon, but can you even get all the way up to the edge of the Grand Canyon?
You can go in it. I know that.
Yeah, like
I
you
don't
can
know
do
if
like
you
the tour down.
I don't know
down.
if you can get to the edge though.
Yeah, I think America is so happy that they care too much about liability. And in
Yeah.
Ireland, they're like, listen, that's up
It's
to
a
you and
cliff.
God. That's up to you and God. It's a cliff. If you fall, if you jump, listen, if you're gonna jump, I can't do anything about it anyway, you
It's a
know?
cliff. It's in the
Exactly.
name. You know what a cliff is. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, I just put her mom in one plot point that her mom's having antics along the way. The St. Bridget messes with time, so she sleeps late and is gonna miss her flight. And then the flight attendant is
The gate
Allegra,
agent,
the gate.
Allegra, she's goofy as hell. What is she doing here? What do you mean she's texting her friend on the job to be like, oh my God, our old principal's here and she like missed her flight. It's so weird.
And
What?
then the mom just runs away. She's like, somebody else help me. You just got to the front. You got to the help desk. Why are
Yeah,
you
you
running
cut
away?
everyone in line. And
Yeah.
I
It's like
don't understand.
we're missing the line where Allegra is like you because it's implied, but they're supposed to be like you made my life hell for being late to school, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna help you. But they
Yeah.
like I kept waiting for
Yes.
that line, but it's implied, but it's not there, and so then
Why
the
are we
mom just runs
implying things?
off.
This is a movie starring Lindsay Lohan on Netflix. We know what we're watching.
Yeah.
Apparently I
Yes.
didn't, but you know.
Apparently we all did not. But
But yeah, it's like, why are you implying like be on the nose? You've been on the
Yeah.
nose for everything else.
Yeah. And she also eventually gets a flight, and then they move the gate at the last minute, and she runs and she
also,
slips.
she's freaking out and she's like, what's happening? What's happening? Girl, just shut up and listen. Like they're telling you over the intercom.
And she slips and she hits her head and she ends up at a hospital in Des Moines. She can't make the wedding.
Yeah.
That's
She has
that
a
whole
hairline
plot.
fracture.
Yeah.
Also, I do have a question. What mother of the bride would book a trip the night before the wedding? Why wouldn't it be like
Yeah, why
3
isn't she flying
days?
out like the week before? Like there's gonna be a whole
Yeah.
It's a
thing. Like,
destination wedding. I mean,
yeah.
obviously she does work in the public school system, but so she might not have PTO, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But if she's the principal, like
And she's
they
been the
might,
principal for a long time.
yeah, they can do without the principal. Like I'm sure, I'm assuming they'll have a vice principal or something. Like it. But what my big question was, why can't the mom show up to Ireland? Not just because it's Jane Seymour, but like legitimately, like
Why
why
can't she
is
be there? What?
why
Yeah.
is Saint Bridget being like, mom can't be there? It's like, what does mom know? Or like, will mom be able to read the situation? But like, if mom hasn't already read the situation, been like, girl, this guy's not into you, or like this is
Mhm.
like, why can't the mom be there? It
That's a good
doesn't
point.
make any sense.
That never even registered for me. But yeah, St. Bridget is like purposefully keeping her away.
I
Yeah.
think it's like to make her realize this isn't right. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, they clearly are spelling out to make it. I'm just saying like this is me
Right.
guessing. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do it
Yeah.
Yeah.
without your mom.
But it's also kind of, here's something else that I wanted to happen and that I think would be able to bring in more Bridget lore and
Mm.
give Lindsay Lohan those teaching moments that she needs if
Yeah.
she can't get them from her mom or her best friend
A talking
is
cow?
Bridget as a talking cow. Oh, okay. But no, seriously, like I wish she would like try to confront Bridget and be like, or if Bridget comes to her, is like, so is this everything you wanted? And she has to fake it. She has to be like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is great. I'm obviously having a great time and I'm not upset. And, Bridget can be like, well, what about James? Like, oh, James. Like, I wanted that
Yeah.
moment with Bridget.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I want her to explore more about like this place that she went to. Like, I
Yeah.
want more digging into the lore rather than it just being a plot device.
I
Yeah.
wish almost
Be
more
careful what
like
you wish for.
mm, on this chair, almost like the old crone in Night Before Christmas. She shows
Yeah.
up throughout the movie, like
Yes.
a couple more like
Grown.
scenes with her. Yeah.
Yes.
So with James, this is all happening, but she's with James. They get rained on. A tree branch blocks the way. There's only one road, so they have to go to a pub with an O'Callaghan.
It's giving
Uh-huh.
27 dresses.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
The dress
Um,
also made me think of 27 Dresses, the whole plot line with like her mother's
those
dress. Yeah.
well, those
Mhm.
bridesmaids dresses were giving 27 dresses.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was with
yikes.
the also
Ugly,
why did she have the same bridesmaids dresses as Emma?
Emma.
That didn't make any anyways, go on.
Yeah.
She's like, I give up. Why am I asking more
The
questions?
clothing in this movie drove me nuts.
Bonkers. Yeah. What was I gonna say? We're talking about Bridget. We're talking about
They're at the
the pub.
pub with
27
the
dresses.
Callahan.
Yes, the O'Callaghan bar or whatever pub. Um, they are going through activities at this pub so fast. It was hilarious.
And
They're
also
like, let's play darts. No, let's dance. No, let's do something else. And I'm like,
I do love what I see. I'm like, wow, I love that she was able to like send him a voicemail. Now he didn't answer, but be more because I'd be annoyed if it's like, I couldn't get to you all night. I didn't hear from you all night. I like that they acknowledge that she's like, hey, I'm stuck in the rain. This is what I'm doing.
I thought they were going to show us what he was doing
And he's
when,
sleeping with
and he
Emma.
was, no, not sleeping with Emma, but like he's like getting goo goo gaga eyes from her because of his bruise, right? Like
Yeah.
I thought like we were going to see more of what he's actually doing, which is like,
Hmm.
and I actually would, it would have been interesting if he like saw that she was calling, but then was like, I'm
No.
busy or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to see that. Otherwise it just went to voicemail. I'm like, but why?
is this I have a question. Is this pub the one that was like Scruffy Murphy's?
No, right?
No.
Because that's not where he
No,
was staying.
Scruffy Murphy's was the first one he shows up
Yeah.
in the movie where he gets the
Okay.
car, the older
Yes.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
this one she wants to order a white wine. And they're like, don't say that here.
I said, ma'am, they don't have that here. It's
Ma'am, this is a
Ireland.
Wendy's. Yeah.
Also,
This is a Wendy's.
nobody goes from liking white wine
To
to
Guinness,
Guinness
drinking
that
bread.
fast.
Bread.
It
Yeah.
That's bread in a
and
cup.
Guinness in Ireland tastes different than it does
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And
Better. Yeah.
I'm not a Guinness girl. I'm not gonna say it's bad because it's just not my cup of tea. But nobody goes from white wine
Yeah.
to Guinness.
That is wild.
Yeah. Guinness isn't
Uh,
even, I'm more of a Smittix. That's
I
Smithwick,
was
my,
gonna say,
yeah.
yeah.
Guinness, is it really that
I
like
like a
big of a deal, or are there? It's like that's just like what the Americans have decided is the Irish thing.
they do love it.
they do, yeah. I think
Okay,
there's some
okay,
validity to that. Yeah.
I'm more of a Galway hooker kind of girl. That's a beer,
You're a
not
Galway
me.
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Galway hooker better.
Galway, with the day I spent there, I enjoyed it. I thought Galway was fun.
Beautiful. I went to
Yeah.
NUIG for a semester. So the
Ooh.
nice.
university there, yeah. I love Galway. But yeah,
Yeah.
nobody goes from Guinness, nobody likes Guinness
Yeah.
that fast.
That is a crazy leap for sure.
Yeah. She should have ordered like a beer and them have been like, oh no, we don't have light beer or something.
Yeah.
Like that would
Right.
have
She's like, can I
been
get a Michelob Ultra? And they're like,
Yeah.
no, you can't.
a more believable jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I get they're trying to make sure she seems classy, like a white wine. Like I get it, she's a New Yorker, but that
Or
didn't do it for me.
I don't know why they make her do white wine. Yeah, it's so weird.
She's an Iowan.
They
She's
like
can I have an
beer.
Arbor Mist?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Have an Angry Orchard. Or like
it was
Paul
weird.
Weird.
towards
It was
Yeah.
weird.
Weird.
They play darts, which is how my parents met.
Oh,
So it's
that's so
realistic.
cute.
Yeah. My dad was in a
Realistic.
darts league and they met at an Irish pub. Yeah.
I'm in
That's so
love. And they're
cute.
still together?
They're still together.
I
They got
love
their
love.
Irish wish. Yeah. And they're dancing. Which the dancing was like,
It was just like a do-si-do.
Well,
yeah, but I mean
and also
Irish,
as someone who did Irish step
yeah,
with spins.
yes, with spins. I had my own spin. I mean, Irish like Cayley dancing like that, like group dancing, is very similar to square dancing or
Yeah.
cotillion dancing or anything like that. You just do a little more footwork. Like your
Yeah.
Mhm.
feet have more of a bounce to them. as opposed to like in like English or more American, you just literally walk. It was like it reminded me of when I went to Doolin. I'm being the Barcelona guy, because I did a
Barcelona.
Barcelona because I did a week
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
with my Irish literature class. But we went to Doolin and everyone was dancing around the pub. It was like a music festival and it was
Yeah, and they
fun.
have live music in the pubs. Like that's very
Yeah.
realistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pub scene was one of the more like, yes, it's still very much your mom's Irish wish, but like closer, like, okay, yeah,
But
sure.
this was giving. And I
Yeah.
love that you said 27 dresses. I think this sequence
Yeah.
was giving the early 2000s, mid 2000s rom-com that I was hoping for. It just it absolutely was.
And it had, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
No, go ahead.
It had that like cute moment. I usually hate it, but when he like teaches her how to do something, like I thought it would the
Right.
way they did it, I thought was really cute because he wasn't like overly like, no, this is how you do it, but like it was like gentle enough. I thought it was like cute, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then like of course with the luck of the Irish, she
Mhm.
gets it like right away.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're cute, like when he asks, "Oh, who's your favorite author?" And
Mm.
like, like he's interested in her, but it's not annoying. He's not like negging her.
Right.
Mhm.
He's,
He's taking her seriously.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way
Mhm.
that like no one else seems to.
Literally
So,
no one, not even her own mother, kind of
yeah.
like,
Yeah, straight up.
So they stay in their separate bedrooms. It's not a there's only one bed situation.
yeah.
But she is because they have to
I was waiting for that, I will
the
say.
yeah. They have to launch the car and they get all muddy.
Also, if you drive a stick shift, you know how to pop the clutch. Everybody who drives a stick knows that like if it's not starting, get a rolling start and pop the clutch. Like that was
And
crazy.
this is Europe, and they have a lot more of those than we do here in America.
Yeah.
Like that's way more common to have a manual than an automatic.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying I drove a manual in high school. You pop the clutch. It's very simple.
They ride off. They're all muddy though, and she's gonna be late to the rehearsal. They're gonna have Emma stand in.
That's weird. Who does that? Literally no one does that.
Why would you start the wedding rehearsal without the bride?
You wouldn't. And that's why I'm like, what? This movie is fake. Like,
Well, the
what is
Kennedys
happening?
suck. Like his mom sucks. He sucks. I mean, I don't know the
Also,
brother that well, but I don't like Mr. Beast.
me either. But this kind of movie is fine. No, like I also she doesn't have any reaction to any of this stuff with Emma.
No, she doesn't clock it.
She
Because she's naive, as
no,
Lindsay
I think
says.
that's a cop out. That's such a cop out. I think they just didn't write in her emotional arc.
I
Yeah.
literally wrote down, what did I write down? I said, no one is that cool about losing their fiance and their friend flirting at their wedding slash.
True.
There's and also
True.
Nobody's that cool.
no one is going to be that cool. Like this is supposed to be if she was truly that into him, like she says she was, and she's literally so excited about to be marrying him, wouldn't she be like upset that like the rehearsal dinner or the rehearsal is going on without her? Like, wouldn't you be offended? Like at least a little bit. It's like this isn't real.
It's her wedding.
Yeah, it's like she has no emotional reactions to any of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need
Yeah.
a Thin Mint.
Eat it, girl. Eat
Mm.
it.
Go off. So, but this is where the stained glass winks at her.
Yes. That was a cool feature, I will say.
And she's like, "Oh my God," and and they're like, "What? Who? Saint Bridget?" And she passes out. Uh,
I I will say I like that we never see her and Paul kiss.
yeah.
I did like
Yes,
that.
but I think she still gets away from any physical intimacy too quickly.
I agree.
It's also convenient. Like this is where like she's not getting enough challenge to have to like confront her actual feelings. That like
Mhm.
is she actually excited to kiss him? Like I feel like if she liked him enough, she would
Yes.
want to kiss him,
Mhm.
but she doesn't. She's like it's like she knows that this isn't real. It's like she knows.
Yeah.
So
She
she's
knows it's
not
coming
buying
to an
into her
end.
own fantasy because she
Mhm.
doesn't let him kiss him She doesn't let her kiss him when they first like wake up
Yeah.
and at
I
this
noticed that.
rehearsal. So it's like she doesn't like him. So what is this?
The fantasy.
It's not a fantasy.
I know.
She's not. I am thrusting my thin man about. It's just like it's so there's no emotional arc. I don't believe that she actually likes him at all. And like I don't know what her fantasy of him was that
He's
like
an author.
I can compare this to. Like
And she needed a crash out.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the end.
Things aren't not, this isn't working how I wanted it to. What's happening? What's
Yeah,
happening? There was no crash out.
she was very mature at the end, and she should have been real messy.
Absolutely. Like her
Mhm.
friend is getting with her guy, right? In this fairy tale and like or in
Yeah,
this world.
yeah.
And like it's not working out. And then she sees this like really handsome guy, but he runs away and he doesn't want to be with her. And then there's this huge fight. Like, what's
It's like
happening?
they didn't want her to do anything that could be potentially problematic, like kiss him because
Yeah.
it's like kind of weird or
Mhm.
because they want her to be like this good girl. They want us to root for her at every single second.
Hmm.
But
But
like
maybe she's
you
a
can
bad
still root
girl.
for Katherine Heigl when she
Yeah,
fucks over her sister. Katherine
yeah.
Heigl is a
Yes.
bitch in that movie, but we still root
Yes.
for her because she's complicated. She's complex.
Because
This
Yeah.
because she
character
has
has
feelings.
no
She's
sides.
dimensions.
Yes, exactly. Like that's where I'm like, I'm fine rooting for someone who like kind of does something problematic if it's like I understand where they're coming from. I
Yeah.
understand why it's happening. And
Yeah.
then I get to see the emotional resolution where they realize they did something wrong and like that's more
Hmm.
satisfying.
Yeah.
I agree. I 100% agree. I was just waiting for that big emotional release and it didn't
Hmm.
happen.
Yeah. Because so the next morning, well, okay, we got to talk about
Oh,
this. The drinking
also,
game. Yeah.
I will
Oh
say
my
the
gosh.
bruise is magically gone by now on his
Yeah.
eye. That's what I
Well,
meant.
I was expecting the bruise to be there because it was supposed to be like your mom's not here. He's bruised. Like all the signs that this is like a
yeah,
fucked
You
up
attacked
wish.
him.
Yeah.
but Emma offers him some banger concealer.
Oh yeah.
I think that's
That's
what
true.
they got away with.
Hmm.
That's
I
true.
just remembered that.
So this drinking game, Mr. Beast, is like you gotta.
Okay, yes, explain the rules. Because
So
this is what my message was about. I was so confused.
it's like the newlywed game. Like, what do you know? And if they get it right, they take a shot. But if they get it wrong, everyone else takes a
Everybody
shot.
takes a shot.
So you are, because the drinking part is the punishment typically in a
Yes.
drinking game, not in Ireland.
Ooh.
Um,
They like to drink, I will say.
which is fine, but that's why I'm like, so if they get it right, they get to have a shot, but no one else gets to drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if they get it wrong, everyone else wins. So winning is drinking. That's where I was like,
I think the goal is to get the couple as drunk as possible versus the people. So like they don't want them to get it wrong because then
Yeah.
everybody's getting drunk. They just want to see
got
these two
it.
people get it. At least that's the way I perceived it. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did not understand what was going on. Let's talk about these questions. What was the first question?
Favorite author?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "Oh, Charles Dickens."
And then she
And
gives a sly little look to her man.
Yeah, James is like,
yeah,
and she's
and
like, "Yeah, I love Charles
you
Dickens.
got it right.
I love it. I
Um,
love hard times."
I
I'm complicated.
Yeah.
just yeah, so she does that. And also, she has best friends, right? Supposedly.
Yeah.
They would know.
I feel like they would know this.
Mhm.
Maybe not. I don't
The
know.
the next question is how they got engaged, right?
Wasn't that the third
Oh,
question?
there was a third. What was the middle one? What song did you first dance
Dance
to?
to.
Oh,
Yes. And it
and
was
And then he disses her.
yeah, he says that they never danced to, she's like there wasn't one because Maddie doesn't know how to
because she
dance.
sucks and I hate her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like her character is getting off so easy in the scenario. She's not confronted with like
How do you not
any
know this?
consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like
But I mean, I think that's true. But what I took from this scene was, yeah, imagine your wish is granted, and in your wish, you're a loser. Like in order
Yeah.
to get your wish, you have to be a loser
You have to
who's
give up
marrying
everything.
someone who doesn't care about you, who then when they ask, how did you get engaged? He's like, oh, Maddie asked me.
Maddie knows.
Yeah, she
Well,
asked me,
Maddie said, "How do I get you to take me to Ireland?" He goes, "I don't know,
A
us getting
wedding.
married."
Hmm.
and she kneels down and asks him in a pub on his birthday.
Because she wants to go to Ireland,
And
not
Yeah.
because she likes him.
that's very leap year coded.
Yes.
Yes.
When that point came up, I was like, okay, Amy Adams. Got it.
Yeah. I was just at a secondhand book and DVD store yesterday, and they were promoting that. They had that movie out on display because they're like St. Patrick's
It's one of
Day.
my favorites.
It's a good movie.
I watch it probably like 4 times a year. Love it.
Love it.
But yeah, so there, she's a loser. He basically
Yep.
was like, sure, I'll marry you, whatever. And so James is kind of like, yikes, girl. Uh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then this conversation with James at the when they sneak out together, or when they he sneaks out and she follows him, and he's like, I wouldn't have waited to ask you. It's like you don't know her.
You don't know her, but it's like, it's too much.
It's not giving a fantasy. That's the thing. Is it like even yeah, that is too much. That's a bit much.
It's too much, but I think the actor is, I think good old Aragon is charismatic enough
He's so hot.
that it
I'll
feels
come
like,
back to that time and
yeah,
time again.
it feels like he's just telling her like, you deserve to be wanted.
Yeah, and
Like,
someone does want you.
yeah, someone does want you, but in general, like, you're not someone who's like, you're not a, like, I don't see you as this loser who needs to like beg for affection the way Paul sees you.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is kind of weird. And yes, we can talk about like, oh, it's very patriarchal to be like, wow, she had to ask. But men kind of suck. And I think them asking is a way to prove they're choosing you. Because if they can't even deign to choose you ahead of time, it's gonna be rough going.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be like you need to know that at least have the effort to want you.
Yeah.
I'm not a woman, but I feel like if I
No,
was a
I'd agree.
woman, that's how I would be, how I would feel about it is you at least gotta want me. I can plan the wedding, whatever, but like, yeah,
Yeah. I wanna feel wanted.
yeah. Uh, and so yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are in relationships where the women can ask and they do feel wanted and the guy is enthusiastic. So it's like to each their own. But
It's beautiful, yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I do see what they're implying. Because Paul sucks. And he's dancing with Emma because Maddie can't dance. And
Mm-hmm. And he's
so,
having a great time dancing with Emma.
But
yeah,
she's not reacting.
she's like, "Oh, you're having a good time, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and James is up there in the tower looking at the pictures he took of her.
Creepy. I'm
Cre-
sorry. That's so creepy. That's not giving the fantasy. He's looking at a picture of me on his iPad.
I
I
don't know,
don't
I
think
kind of liked it.
Yeah,
not for
I
me.
kind of liked it.
yeah. If for Hannah, you at least got to be looking at the picture on a MacBook, not the
Not an
iPad.
iPad girly. No, I'm a
Yeah,
full on MacBook Pro girly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say I don't think his bag was big enough for an iPad, was it? Because
no,
when they pulled
Mm.
out the iPad and he was swiping, I was like, whoa, wait, where'd that come from?
yeah.
So, but maybe that's just me being
Weird.
nitpicky. But
Nitpicky. I can't imagine any of us being nitpicky in this movie.
No, we're on hour 7 of recording.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the next
It's
morning,
the next day, literally.
yeah, the next morning she comes out. There's something in movies where they're always like, "Oh, it's just the morning of my wedding and I'm fully dressed out to go do something." And you're like, "Damn, I feel like
Her hair is done, her makeup's
yeah,
done. She's in a cute. Also, what's with her wearing plaid this entire
Thank you.
movie?
she's in
So
Everything
much
Ireland."
gingham,
plaid.
so much plaid.
Yeah.
Everything was
I
plaid. I was like, there's other patterns out there. They exist. I didn't make them up, right?
You
it
did
isn't
actually. This movie's
you did.
gaslighting you. Plaid,
Actually,
plaid's
you
the
are
only
in
pattern.
a Bridget themed nightmare.
Yeah. You
Um,
wish that it was only plaid.
Plaid.
Yeah. Uh, and so
and
she has this confrontation with James at the pond where she's like, I'm marrying Paul Kennedy. This is what I want. He's like, is this what you want?
Mm, preach.
Like, don't you want to write? Don't you want like nature? Like, don't you
And this
want
is
to
where
speak
he
up for yourself?
says, and this is where he says that's why his book was so much better than the other one. This book
Because
was so much
you
you,
better.
wrote it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you
Hmm.
wrote it. And she's like, it's fine. Behind every man is a woman doing all the work. And that's what Hannah does on this podcast.
No, that is not true. Cullen does 99% of the work. I happen to edit.
Which is a lot of work.
That is tough.
Yeah. So, but
We're a 50-50
yeah,
split.
we're 50-50, but
We go with our strengths
yeah,
Mhm.
because we communicate and that's the fantasy.
that's the fantasy, and that's our fantasy.
Communication.
Yeah. And yeah, Paul oversees and is all like, "Ugh." But the night before, Lindsay Lohan, Maddie,
Overseas.
sees him saying goodnight to Emma, and then he walks away, and Emma's all like teary,
Sobbing. Yeah.
sobbing.
And here's the thing is that like we don't have an idea of what her fantasy is of their relationship. What she is seeing is she's realizing like, oh, I've fucked over my friend, my supposed best friend,
Yes.
Yeah.
because they're supposed to be together. But she's still not reacting to that. And I'm like, come on, you're learning something here. Like, I actually thought she was gonna like go down and talk to Emma, or like she was gonna catch up with
Mhm.
what's his name, Paul,
Yeah.
and like have a thing after that. But she goes to bed. I'm like,
Yeah, you wanted the crash
okay,
out. You wanted even her at the
Yes.
yes.
wedding to be like, you actually want to sleep with my best friend. And he's like, I don't know why. I just have this urge. And then she's like, see, the
Or
magic isn't all. Yeah.
yeah, not even like her being mad at it, her crashing out, being like, oh my God, I'm realizing all of these things. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
her being angry at anyone. She's just like, holy shit,
Was it
information is clicking, you
was it
know?
Kendall Jenner, the one who was like, this year's the year of
Kylie,
realizing
I think it was
things?
Kylie.
Kylie.
Yeah,
Mm,
I think it was.
Yeah. Is
I
that a
don't know.
chicken? Yeah. This is the year of realizing things. Everyone I know is just
Actually,
realizing things.
I need to double check that. I need to check my
Yeah.
meme
Everything I
here.
know about them is from memes and or against my
Kylie
will.
Jenner.
Yeah.
Everything is against my will. I do not support those ladies.
Oh my God, that meme is 10 years old. We're ancient.
Let me just book.
I was in
2016 was the
Ireland. I was in
2016 was the year of realizing things.
That means, oh, that was the first year of Trump's 10 year. Oh my God.
It was.
Yeah.
I was
But
in
hey,
Ireland
you know what else that was, Cullen?
What? The
when
year
we
we
met.
met?
It was. That was the year we met.
That was the year we
Actually, this
realized
month,
we'd be best
March.
friends. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, 10-year
Yeah.
anniversary.
And here I
And
am making you watch Irish Wish.
Torturing me. Yeah.
and he's an
I'm
Irish wish apologist.
Irish Wish apologist.
It's giving apologist.
It really
Uh,
is.
so they go to this. It's the morning of the wedding. She's in the dress. I got the shoes. I got the dress. That makes me a princess, I guess. And the priest, she's like, "Hey, I'm freaking out. I made a wish to Saint Bridget,"
He's like,
and
uh-oh.
Oh,
he's like, "Well, she's a tricky one. She'll get you. You know, she'll give you. May not give you what you want, but she'll give you
What
what
you
you
need.
need." And then he sings "Dig a Little Deeper" from Princess and the Frog. No,
Oh, fascinating. I was like, he's gonna sing You Can't Always Get What You Want,
Glee Class version.
Glee Class version. I was
Glee
like,
cast version.
Yeah.
Glee boot pod.
Glee Move On. Yeah. So but Emma also is there, shows up, and she's like, Emma, are you okay? She's like, you seem sad. Is it because you have feelings for Paul? She's like, yeah, I just felt like we're meant to be together, but obviously that's not the case. And how could you be so chill about this?
and
Yeah,
also, who admits that
On the
on
wedding
their
day.
friend's wedding day, but also at all?
That's one of those you couldn't
literally right
waterboard that out
before
of
her
me.
friend is walking down the aisle.
Wild.
Emma is not a good friend. And
Emma's not a girl's girl. You know,
no.
they're
She's
not
not,
friends.
not even sort of.
This woman has no friends. She's alone. Can I help you?
And that's why St. Bridget has to step in.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, she's like the OG, I'm the OG girl's girl, and I'm here. Uh,
literally.
just like I helped out my friend by making her shoes feel hot back in the 500s. Uh, so yeah, so it's time for the wedding. Uh, she shows up. She's in her regular clothes, another plaid outfit, walking down the aisle, and they're all like, "Is that the dress? Oh my gosh!" And she's like, "Sorry, guys, this wedding is a no for me. Like, I need to speak up for what I want, and what I want isn't this. And Paul is like, "What is this? This is the photographer. I saw you by the lily pond." And she's like, "And I saw you with Emma."
And also, just a quick timeout. What is up with his suit? It didn't fit, and the pants didn't fit. The pants were too long for him. And the suit pattern, again, plaid. Why?
Isn't plaid a Scottish thing
It
Yeah.
more
is.
than Ireland? So I'm like, who is he?
Anyway, sorry, time back in.
I mean, no, important timeout. Important timeout.
Yeah. Fashion
Yeah.
consultant
Fashion
here.
consultant.
Someone hire me.
And yeah, next time you're filming a
She
European
knows her
vacation
plaids.
movie, she'll be in Europe, so she'll be
Yeah.
ready to do it. So
Irish Wish 2, European wedding.
yeah,
Berlin.
Berlin.
Mm.
He's like, well, that means nothing, because she's like, I saw you with Emma, and he's like, that means nothing. And then him and James start.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, it's
That's what
We have the
irrelevant.
weirdest fight ever. It's
He's
not
like-
even a real fight.
They're like rolling around, and I thought it was supposed to be, okay, James is way better at fighting than him. But then I
No.
was like, are they just rolling around? And then they're like, Mr. Beast, get involved. And he's like, I don't know what to do.
And he pulls his
He
leg.
gets involved.
Mm-hmm.
She's like gonna get in the middle of this for
Yeah.
some reason.
And
And
then-
actually, the other background option I had pulled up was her on the floor with the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's a good one. But then I chose this.
Oh, because
That
the
was the
phone
most
flies away.
pointless. That was the most pointless phone call I have ever.
Because she talked to her mom, right?
And she's like, "I'm hurt."
Yeah.
And she's like, well, my wedding's falling apart, so I gotta go. But like the phone gets flown away. What is this?
It's hijinks,
This
Hannah.
is first draft.
Yeah.
Like,
And then it was. And then the Emma is like, "You said I was not important. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?" And it's
Yeah.
like, girl, this is his wedding.
It's like, how dare you call me irrelevant? And she storms off. And then, but Lindsay is going after Aragon. He's
But- also, really quick, actually, on that point,
yeah.
this actually made me think that Emma was also going to realize that this guy fucking
Yes.
sucks and get away from
Yes.
him. And that's not how it happens. And I
No.
kind of wish it had. But I
Yeah.
had to be careful what I wish for.
I wish that he lost everything.
we gotta
His
stop
books-
saying that
Yeah.
phrase.
Yeah, it's like we're in Into the Woods Act 2. We gotta stop wishing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I kept thinking like, okay, when it comes back to it, she's gonna be like, Emma, girl, you can do better. But maybe she's like, actually, Emma kind of sucks, so maybe she
No
can't.
one's a girl's girl. No one's a person's person in this
Person's
movie.
person.
I think they tried to make Aisha Curry a girl's girl, but her character just wasn't fleshed out enough.
She was just kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's a God's girl. She
Yeah.
Yeah, she did
Sign
do
of
it
the cross.
correctly.
Yeah.
Also, why was she wearing those dainty little gloves? I didn't like it.
Oh my God, speaking of costumes, I can't believe I forgot to mention way back at the beginning of the movie when she wakes up from the switcheroo, that bitch is wearing pearls to bed. She wakes up wearing pearls.
I didn't even notice that.
God, she's in her blue silky robe and a string of pearls around her neck.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Anyway.
That.
Yeah.
Time
like,
back in.
as the Iowans
Time
do.
back in.
Yeah. So yeah, so she chases after after James, and is like, we have a connection. I'm standing up for what I want. What I want is you. He's like, this is messy. I gotta go. But they kiss. It's a big dramatic kiss.
I got dizzy. That was too much spinning. And actually, when they pulled away, I thought he was gonna throw up. I was like,
Also,
oh, and no, it's just he's like, I
where-
gotta go.
Where does she cry in here? I have some notes about that.
She cries after.
That's it.
She
Okay.
attempts to cry.
Attempts is the word to use.
New face. She
Yeah.
can't cry with this face.
Yeah, because he's like, I gotta go. He does a Serena Vanderwoodson. I gotta go. And just leaves in the middle, and so she runs off back to the
Steals a
wishing
c-
chair.
She
Steals a-
steals a car.
She does. She steals
A
his
Range
car.
Rover.
It's Paul Kennedy's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Range Rover. She
Yeah, I
steals a
think so.
car.
And she's Grand Theft Auto who?
And she knew how to get back there, but I will say, back to the map, that the wishing well is at the same place, is in County Wicklow, apparently.
Okay, so the
Right.
same county.
Yes. So just for continuity.
Continuity.
Got it.
She gets to the wishing well and is tearing up,
Attempting.
attempting. She's like, I wish I like don't I want to take back my wish. And Bridget's like, you can't take back a wish. And she's like, no, I can. I'm gonna wish for things back to normal. I'm gonna make my own breathe.
And and so the magical person controlling the whole scenario is
Hmm.
like, no, you can't take back a wish, but she can wish that everything goes back to normal. So
Yeah.
she can do a second wish.
It was
Okay.
unclear.
Because I was like, wait, is Bridget being like, all right, fine, unwish it? Like, I don't know. That was confusing to me. But
Mhm.
she's winding it up, and I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah, I guess she's not a fairy because like fairies, witches, magic comes at a price. I guess she's a saint, and if you're a saint, magic comes for free because God's got that big bank of magic.
Yeah.
I
You
guess.
know, you're just pulling from that heaven credit
God
card.
magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That having credit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus paid this with his blood. Ka-ching. And yeah, so
Me rolling up to heaven being like, listen, I was baptized. Here's my Jesus card. Swipe it.
swipe. Yeah, your key fob. So the wish is great. The unwishing of the wish is granted. She's back at the wedding. Uh,
He
they're
has a bridesmaid's dress. Aisha Curry is there to be like, girl, you're so crazy. Like, yeah, it's a bridesmaid's dress. I'm like, Aisha Curry, please go. You're not
yeah.
needed anymore or
But
at
she's
all,
like, Mr.
unfortunately.
Beast isn't into me, but there's a fine black guy who looks like he's into me. So here we go. And I'm like, yeah,
Which
girl,
is
have
why
fun.
I'm like, she is one of those people that doesn't have a type, I guess, this
Yeah.
character. Because how do you go from the scrawniest little guy to the most buff guy at the wedding? I
And
don't know.
also, it's like I feel like she brought a different energy with that guy than she did with Mr.
She
Beast,
did.
Irish Mr. Beast. She was like, hey, you're
Yeah.
cute. Let's dance. He's like, okay. I was like, bring that with the other guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she did off camera. I don't know.
And Lindsay's like, time for me to leave this wedding.
Mhm.
And Paul shows up and is like, oh, the other novel. She's like, well, I want to write my own novel. And
He's
she's
like,
like, the
ooh.
publisher isn't gonna go for that. Like they like the way we click, like we're good. And she's like,
It's like,
no,
That's
okay,
not
bye.
teamwork.
yeah, it's not teamwork.
Mm-mm.
And that doesn't make my dream work. And she's
Mm-mm.
like, Emma's a great person, and I want her to be happy, and you should try and deserve her. But like Serena van der, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna write her own book. And she goes to town to catch up with James and be
She
like,
stalks him.
yeah.
She
And
uses information from
yes.
dream fantasy to get in good with him.
Yes. Because
Hmm.
so he was there for the wedding because the shearing festival that got canceled by St. Bridget. And then now he says his job to get pictures of the lizard is canceled. He feels like staying in Ireland. And she's like, I'm gonna stay here a while too.
As long as it takes.
Yeah, I'm on whatever
And I'm
visa
like,
Emily in
I was gonna
Paris is
say,
on.
that's not how visas
I'm
work.
gonna Google how much American gets in Ireland for a visa.
Yeah.
I imagine what, 90 consecutive days, maybe?
Hmm.
Yeah. So they're gonna stay and they're gonna fall in love and St. Bridget's gonna wink about it.
It's a little icky that, and I think we talked about this with
About time.
Donald
Yeah.
Gleason's character, is that this person is going to use information that they got in with a different version of this person and bring that knowledge. It's kind of like being parasocial. Like you know
Yeah.
this person, but they don't know you, and you're bringing that into the conversation,
To make them think, yeah,
or
you have this connection.
just to get an advantage with them, and
Yeah.
it's icky. It's icky.
Yeah. Uh,
It's 90 days.
90 days. 90 Day
So as long as
Fiance.
it takes,
Yeah.
or 90 days.
Yeah. Uh, well, subtracting however long she's been here for this wedding.
She has 84 days.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, so they're gonna fall in love. And that's the happy ending. Um, Shaking her head. I'm just gonna start. Let's just get into the question. I don't think we need to. We've spent plenty of time discussing our protagonist and her merits. And so Hannah, was this your fantasy? Two-part question. Adventure you want to live out. Did you like the movie?
I did not like the movie.
I'm shocked.
I know, shocking everyone listening and everyone in the Zoom room. I did not like this movie. Now, that's not to say that I don't think it has potential, but it's a little late
Absolutely.
because it's been cut and published.
Published, yeah.
Um, but
But Irish Wish 2.
no, no, I'm not wishing for that. I wish that would not happen. I wish that the people who came up with this premise would be given the time and resources to develop another premise
I don't have
that
a St. Bridget to respond to
St.
your wish,
Pat.
but here's St. Patrick.
like I to have the time and resources to get another cool premise for a cute little rom-com to do it justice because I do think that this premise has potential. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's why I don't watch rom-coms anymore. I always go back to 27 Dresses. I go back to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. These stories can be problematic, especially according to BuzzFeed.
Mm,
Um, but it's like they're well written in a lot of ways that
yeah.
this story just isn't. Like it gives you a
Mhm.
fantasy. This one just like was not giving. I also I don't think I would want to live this fantasy out though because I don't want to be put into an alternate universe
Yeah.
and to be taught a lesson or even to just be like, well, you think you have a crush, you think you like this person? All right, well, we're going to put you into a situation where you're about to marry them. Now find out if you like that. Like I don't
Mhm.
It's like
mm-mm.
90 Day Fiance coded.
Yeah.
Sounds horrible.
Love is
Yeah.
blind. Yeah.
And
Yes.
guess what? Not a social experiment. That is torture.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I no,
No. It's no from you,
no.
babes.
That's a no from me, babes.
Natalie
Yeah, I
was
actually liked the movie. I think it's like a cute little rom-com. I'm a big rom-com person. So it did fulfill all the needs I had from a rom-com. I wouldn't say it's like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days rom-com.
Yeah.
But I would say I'll watch it again for sure. I'll probably be high as hell.
Okay,
But
I might do that though.
yeah, but I don't know. It's not going to be on my rom-com list. You know what I mean? But it was enjoyable and it was short enough that I didn't care about the plot holes and the things that we talked about. It was short
Yeah.
enough that it didn't matter to me in terms of like affecting my viewing.
We
But
love a 90-minute movie.
I
Love.
would say it's not, I wouldn't say it's amazing. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just like it's cute.
Yeah.
And would I live in this fantasy? I think I'd do it.
Bridget's
Yeah.
tricky though. She's
Bridget's
I
very
know.
tricky.
tricky.
She's
Yeah.
tricky, and I think
You're like, I
that
can handle it.
I think I could handle it. I
I
think
love
I
that.
knock on
Knock
wood.
on wood.
Yeah.
I think oh my dog thought he was like, who's here?
It's St.
But
Bridget.
yeah, no, I think I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna say it is my fantasy in that like I love it for the dumbness it is.
Yeah.
Uh I love just the fact that it's Saint I feel like if this had a leprechaun in it, I'd be like, whatever. But the fact that it's Saint Bridget, I'm like somebody Googled and that's like feeding me. Um and I like that it's silly. I like that like there's a weird nuance to like Emma being kind of a shitty friend, but you're also supposed to feel bad for her. I wish they really followed through. I wish they really
Careful.
followed through with all the Paul stuff and making sure we knew he was shitty. Like, I think you're right in that it feels like a first draft. But I just think it's insane, and I think I love that it's insane. I think would I want to live this out? I don't know. Part of me sometimes wishes that
Careful.
my life that I'm living through an Irish wish right now, and that I'll like wake up and it'll be like 2016,
And
and
you're
it'll
realizing things.
yeah, and I'm realizing things, and I'm like, we cannot let this election happen the way it's happening. Like we
We
can
gotta get
make
out to the polls
yeah,
more. We
maybe I
gotta
do got a Pokemon go to
Pokemon
the
go to the
polls.
polls.
I cannot maybe I shouldn't take out the loans I'm taking out, you know, like
Yeah.
There's just like,
Yeah.
you know, I've been the find out post fuck around stage, and so the idea of getting a reset
Would be nice.
would be nice. But obviously there's a lot of great, wonderful things that have happened in the past 10 years that I would not like to unwish. But yeah, that's I think sometimes the fantasy is, wow, could I get like a partial redo? I don't need to be a baby again. But
Yes.
yeah.
You want to go
Uh
back to Kylie Jenner's favorite year.
Kylie Jenner's favorite year, and I'm gonna realize that we cannot let some things happen. We cannot let some things slide
Yeah.
because
As you
it's not
should.
gonna just be 4 to 8 years. It's gonna be a fucking over a decade of this.
Yeah. You, you wake from up from your Irish wish coma, like that version of you is like in a coma, and you wake up and you come to class, you're like, guys, we got a Pokemon go to the polls.
We wanna
He's
go.
gonna bring in fascism. And we're like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about? He's not gonna win. Like, that's so crazy.
yeah. I wake up in my dorm room. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Natalie, thank you for joining us for this
Thanks for
cinematic
having me.
classic. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Now, is there anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, you can follow me on IG at Natalie Naya Ivy. Nia is Naya. And then from there you can find my YouTube channel and my TikTok and all that stuff. It's in my link tree in my bio.
It's got a link tree,
Nice.
guys.
I
Listen,
know.
height of professionalism.
Yeah.
My gosh. We would have a link tree if we had more than just Instagram. You can follow us there at Not My Fantasy Pod. And if you're watching on YouTube, hi, hello, you can.
Smacks that
Subscribe.
like button like she smashed his eye
And his balls.
and his balls.
Yeah.
Deserved.
Yeah, honestly,
Honestly
that guy
though,
sucks.
yeah.
He was profiting off her work.
Yeah, this guy fucking sucks. What is
Yeah.
her fantasy? What do you see in him, Lindsay?
Her fantasy
Lindsay.
is to not be single. That's her fantasy.
Yeah.
And to be rich, which, I get
She
it.
didn't
Hey.
even like that much. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that's
Yeah,
the tea.
it's so hard being single that you're like, she was gonna settle for. Oh God, that made me depressed. Anyway, but yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, what kind of stuff should they comment?
Uh
What would you wish for if you had an opportunity to sit on this bench?
and deal with St. Bridget. Yeah.
What kind of tricky stuff do you think she would put
Yeah.
you up to?
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, and then tune in. I don't know which order. So coming up, no, I think
We have a
based on
couple
when we record, we
options.
have a couple options. We'll be rounding out our supernatural romance month, which we kind of stretched out into our Irish history month. So we'll be talking about The Bride, which I'm actually seeing tonight. And also we'll be talking about something that shaped America's understanding of Irish folklore, Disney's Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Ooh,
A movie I've yet to see, but has heard.
a deep cut.
Yeah, it's much maligned in the Irish American circle, but
Hmm.
let's check it out.
Old Disney movies being maligned with the cultures they're trying to represent. What?
I've never heard of
I've
that.
never
No,
heard.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
If
That is
everything, if anything, I know Peter Pan's respectful. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, no one has a problem with Song of the South.
no. Yeah.
Even Pocahontas, perfect.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have no notes for Pocahontas.
No
Nope.
notes. Yeah.
No.
I love historical accuracy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about those. So enjoy your St. Patrick's Day month. Enjoy your Women's History Month too. To shout out to St.
Yes.
Bridget.
Shout out
Yeah.
to women.
Shout out to women. Lindsay Lohan's one.
Yeah, sister. She's the queen.
Literally.
She's
best
the
of us.
woman.
She's
Yeah.
the woman. Yeah. She's every woman.
Yeah. Every woman. I'm Lindsay Lohan.
And that's how the lyrics go. Yeah.
Yep, that's the song.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time. Bye, listeners.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.